You are live. There we go. I done it.
Oh, good.
I done it. It's just hopefully it'll go right on me thingy.
We are such clowns, aren't we?
I know this is why I need Wanda. See, it doesn't actually come up on me phone. Oh, it says I'm live. Right, we are live.
There we go.
And it's just me and you. No one wants to
We'll,
see us
we'll,
that
have
though,
a little,
like me
we'll have
and
a
you.
little chatter.
Yeah, we
We'll have
have
a
a
little.
sit a little chat. But hey
There'll
ho.
be we'll be chatting till 9 o'clock, and then somebody come in at like 5 to 9. Oh, I didn't realise it started.
Yeah.
Just get it on
So
catch up now.
sad. Right, everyone that's just come in, must be going, what the hell's going on? Right, so hello everyone. There's nobody in the room yet, but if there is, when you do come in, please just say hello and everything. Um, we didn't expect many people to be in, to be honest. We just want to start getting used to doing this live stream thing because we hope to do this a bit more often, don't we, Shez?
Oh, sorry, you didn't tell me that bit, but yeah, all right
Yeah,
then.
yeah, I know we will. We will do it again, don't worry. I've got a week
Maybe
off
we'll,
coming up next month.
maybe we'll have one person come in next time.
Yeah, well, we'll try and make it more regular thing and try and get
Yeah,
more
okay.
people in with us and everything else,
Down with
won't
us. That's
we?
cool, kids.
Yeah, cool kids. Cool kids and no one watching.
All right then, the losers. Oh, and
Anyone comes in,
no one wants to be friends with. That's us.
no, no one likes us.
No one likes our sparkle.
People are going to be watching this going, what the hell are they going on about?
We've got the giggles already. Well, someone's there. Hello,
Is this,
Debbie.
oh, Debbie, say hi, Debbie.
We thought we was on our own talking to
We thought we
ourselves.
were on our ride talking to ourselves like a couple of little saddos. Apologies for
We
us.
were sad for a little bit.
Yeah, we got a friend. Hi, friend.
Finally, we've
Right.
won.
So we better get cracking. Otherwise, we just sat here for 2 hours just giggling. Like,
Giggling.
yeah. Right. So, um, I want Cheryl to start with the whole what got her into artwork. I know she has done this whole spill on other channels and everything, but she hasn't actually done it on my channel, so my subscribers can see all that. And then and how companies contacted you and everything when you started getting to diamond painting. Off to you.
Okay. Yeah, so basically I was I'll just say it like I haven't said it before. I think that'll be easier.
Yeah.
So I was shielding through the whole pandemic. So I was basically indoors for about 3 months, and I didn't go out because I have severe asthma, and you had to shield through the pandemic. And I was just playing really with photos. And I always say, because it's always pretty true, and it resonates with a lot of parents, is that I'm one of those mums that erases things out of pictures. So if the kids have got a crisp packet in a photo and it's a really nice photo, I'll erase the crisp packet, so it makes it look like I don't give my children junk food, basically. And so it makes a nice photo, things like that. If there's a biscuit crumb, I'll be erasing that. Then I started, if I had a spot, I'd start doing that on my face. Right, I'll get rid of that spot so my face looks nice on a picture. And it went like that. And then I was in a edit group, like a Facebook edit group, and some people wanted a horror picture for Halloween. So I started really just doing those, just taking requests. People would send me their selfies, and then I'd create a horror picture out of them. And then a lady in that group, she said, "Have you got any nice images?" And I'd had one that I'd played around with, which was like a doll or something it was. And she did diamond art, and so she got that made as a custom, which then led me to a company called Windsor, which are not obviously here anymore. And they liked it because that's where she got her custom done. And then they just branched out just for that one company, and then I started branching out to more companies. Subsequently, the English companies then closed, and by that time I'd had a little bit more interest with people in America, and so primarily my artwork is now licensed in America. So yeah, that's really how it started, I think.
Mm.
But
So as
I
we
mean, sorry.
no, go.
I think because I was in such a low point during lockdown when we were, in the pandemic, a lot of my artwork was pretty dark, and I still have moments like that. But that's why a lot of it was a lot darker. Oh, thank you, Debbie. That's why a lot of it was so much darker at the beginning. I have had a few down days lately. We all get them, so it's just one of those things. So inevitably, dark art is then more prominent rather than the nice fairy stuff. But pretty. I'm not gonna say all of it has messages, but there's a lot of artwork that mine that does have messages. That's just basically whatever I'm feeling at that particular point, really. Sometimes I don't really know why I've done it until I look at it and then have to like reanalyze it myself and then work out, well, this is what's going on in my brain, kind of thing. Like it's like my own self-therapy. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bit like the rest of us who do diamond painting. That's our therapy, and
Yeah.
our therapy, and your artwork is your therapy, which is really good. Um, as we know, like several diamond painting companies keep closing, and it is gut wrenching for like from the customers to the artists, more so the artists. What do you hope to see happen within companies in the diamond painting world?
I mean, the problem is that I don't really know what the problem is. I'm trying to think about it.
Do you think some companies are scared to show the darker stuff
Oh
in
yes,
fear
definitely.
that it
Oh
will
yes.
upset people?
Um, I'll just answer Debbie's question if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
I am with I've got some art with Magpie Diamond Art. There's some adult stuff with them. But I'm in the UK. I have to be called the Magic of Time because I work in a school. So, as some of my art is pretty dark, on Magpie Diamond Painting, it is under the Magic of Time. And then in the US, I am with. Let me think about this now. Diamond Art Emporium, Pam Diamond Painting, the one with the diamond art, Rhinestone Goddess,
Endless Outpost.
Enablers
That's
Outpost,
the Ember. Yeah.
and then you can get the release papers, primarily of my drawings rather than my dark art, from Crafts with Crashly. Sorry, Gemma, what was your question? I forgot it already. I've just got to take my asthma pump. I'm all right, but I just got to have a little puff. All right. I'm that bad. Awful asthma.
So I'm always wheezing. I can't remember
Oh
now.
yeah. So
Oh
you were
yeah,
saying about the dark art, wasn't you? Yeah. So
yeah. Do you feel that companies are more scared to show
yeah, I
that type
don't
of
know
thing?
why, because really, I think if you are a business, you'd do well to have different types of art in your company, just not one. We see a lot, and it's not a criticism of any artist or anything like that. But we see a lot of artists that do a lot of cartoon girls or cartoon characters.
Yeah.
And especially with the use of AI art, you then thank you, Debbie. You then start to see that some of the AI art is quite similar. And
My
oh, is that you?
husband.
Oh, hello. Yeah, so you start to see that some of the some of the AI art is very similar.
Yeah.
And so companies are afraid, I think, or I don't know why, because I quite often send artists to companies and say, to a company, I'll say, oh, look at this artist. They might not have a lot of likes, but their art is suitable for diamond art, you see. And a lot of them, I don't know, they're just afraid to reach out to traditional artists, I think. But if you go, there's so many art groups on Facebook that if you trawled through those as a company, you would find new and emerging artists that you could incorporate in your company, making sure that you're not falling back on AI art all the time.
Yeah.
And I have left companies where it's just pure AI art, because the trouble
We
with,
do
I've
see
probably gone on a
that.
tangent now, but I kind of
That's
think that
fine.
AI art is like like McDonald's. It's like a fast food restaurant. You ask for what you want, out it pops. That's the same with AI art. You type in what you want, the computer does it for you. It's not, the artists haven't done anything, and I won't sit back and say I haven't used it, because we all know I have, until I learnt more about it and I
Yeah.
realised where it's coming from. And now my stance is complete no AI.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes the problem is, sometimes with my artwork, is that people just assume that it's super dark, and it can be taken that way, and it does look dark, so if you want it that way. But if they actually listen, I've made loads of videos now, and as you know, been on a few lives
Yeah.
now. I'm always explaining the mental health reasons behind the artwork, and sometimes I put it on my page or on my TikTok. And I think if people actually, or companies actually, really looked at the descriptions of my artwork,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it might be a different story. But I mean, there's certainly a market out there for darker arts. Not everyone
Yeah,
wants fluffy
definitely.
clouds and flowers, do they? Or
No, definitely not. So recently I discovered that Raven Diamond Art,
oh yeah,
and like I
yeah.
said to you, you'd reached out to them, and
Mm.
did they even reply?
So the trouble is, she makes a lot of her own artwork. Use
Oh,
a
so
lot.
she
She
doesn't
does
have to
use
pay her
AI art.
artists.
Yeah. So she does use AI art, but then she edits it after, um, which I'm still not okay with. And of course, the
No.
companies I'm with, they do use AI, but it's not
Oh,
as
I see. It's hard because, like, I can understand why some companies use AI because they can't afford to pay all these
oh yeah,
artists and
yeah,
everything. But as long as they're disclosing that it is AI, that a computer has generated it, like there is a company that I do like using in the UK, and they do use AI, but they always state that it's
yeah,
AI. It's the
yeah.
ones that use AI and you can tell it's AI and it's terrible AI. Like I've shown you, like there was a scene of animals in the forest. You remember the one?
Yeah, and then
And
there
you
was the
actually
best.
edited it and sent it back to the company and said, "Hi, yeah, I saw this as how bad this was. I sorted it out and sent it back to you."
I like doing that. I like doing all the editing. But it happened
Yeah.
the other day, actually. Somebody was asking me, I won't say who, but they asked me about, oh, I really want to showcase this artist. And she said, but she says she's not AI, but I'm not sure. So I said, well, send me the pictures and I'll have a little look. And then when you really scroll in, you could see where the AI
Mm.
bit was. So I was circling them for this person. And I said, this is a giveaway for AI art. And so the annoying thing is, this lady, the artist, said that she wasn't using AI. Well, quite clearly, when you scroll in and then you start looking deeper at an image, it
Mm.
was quite clear that yes, she was using AI. So if you are going to use AI, obviously I've said I'm against it, but some of the artists are not even. I'm going to say artist again with my little fingers, but some of them are
Creative
not even.
typist.
Yeah, creative typists. That's what I said, didn't I?
Mm.
Um, some of those are not even honest about where their art's coming from, and so you know, I don't know. It's going to be here. AI. It's going to
Yeah,
infiltrate
it's
everything.
here to stay, but it's getting
Yeah.
scary. Very,
Um,
very scary.
it is frightening, because even big companies now, I don't know, say like companies wanted to do like an advert like McDonald's, right, just for
Mm.
to use them. Not saying they have used AI, but they could type it in a program and spend so much less money on advertising using
Mm.
AI than what they did before AI come along. So I
Yeah.
understand that it's a cost effective way for those businesses, but morally, that I always say, this is how I think about it, is that when we're younger, we get trained on picture books. As
Mm.
youngsters, when we're like toddlers, we look at picture books. That's how we learn different pictures and words and letters and things like that. And that's primarily the same with AI. It gets shown these images. So popular artists like Josephine Wall, is it Josephine
Mm,
Wall? Yeah. So
yeah, she's
her
very
images are
popular.
actually used in AI, which is why she gives
Yeah,
some, she tries to put some out. The same with what's her name? Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Griffith?
yeah,
You know who I mean, don't you? She's got some that she just gives out, like a database of some that you don't have to actually buy now, because the AI systems were learning. Now the trouble is with that is if someone puts in, oh, I want a Josephine style forest, it will come out similar to what Josephine Wall, for example, would have done. But
yeah,
that's not really fair on her, because her artwork is spectacular. It
yeah.
must take her,
There's so much detail. Like when you
exactly, it
zoom in,
must take so
and
long
there's
for her to do
all
that.
the fine little detail in it
Yeah,
and
exactly.
everything.
And so you think, is that really fair that she spent, I don't know, weeks, months, or I don't know, however
Yeah,
long, she must take ages to do it. Is it really fair that she takes that long on it when somebody, Joe Blogs, can just
I can
go and
just
type
go onto a
in,
computer
yeah,
program and
you
type it
could do
in.
it. Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is that the other thing why I don't agree with AI in diamond painting is because companies do charge a lot for kits. All right.
Hmm.
Um, but they get, they've got the quality, the drills, all that. Now you're paying an artist, when you're buying a diamond painting from a company, you're then paying in that cost, sorry, is part of the artist's fee. But you could have easily done that on a free AI art app if you wanted to.
Hmm.
Instead, you're paying somebody else to do it when you could have done it for free, if that makes any sense. I
Yeah,
don't
for
know.
the AI artists, not real
Yeah,
artists, the AI artists.
yeah, it's
Just want
very
to
confusing,
stress
but
that. Yeah, I
um,
just want to
but,
stress that.
but anyway, that's I'm always so vocal on AI art. I just yeah, and since it became more prominent in companies, um, oh, thank you, Debbie. Since more money went to
Definitely agree.
more, yeah, I need more money. I have to say, the ones that pay me do pay me
You
fairly.
choked on my tea.
That's because I said I wanted more money.
Yeah.
Um, what I was going to say now. I've got such bad brain fog. I forget what I'm saying if I don't follow it
Sorry,
on.
really choking on
So
my
bad.
tea.
Yeah, so companies do it two ways normally. They'll either pay a large sum to an artist, and that'll be like to a popular artist, say like
Yeah,
your
that's
Hannah
what one
Lynn,
company does
something
with
like
you,
that.
innit?
I don't get that now.
I know.
Um, no, so I just work on a commission basis. So actually,
Yeah,
thinking about it, companies could afford to have more artists if they worked on a commission basis. So I
yeah,
don't get paid unless my artwork sells. So
which is
sometimes,
understandable.
yeah. And when I was only with one company, I might only make £4 for the whole month. It's
Yeah,
very minimal. We don't get that much, but that's our decision to do that.
yeah,
Um, so companies could actually branch out a bit more if they thought about it in commission based terms. So yeah, a company will either pay the art, if it's a popular artist, they'll pay a set fee for whatever the artist wants, and then some commission based, but a little bit less percentage.
yeah.
Or they'll do commission based, which is normally around 20 to 30% of the picture. So not the picture of the profit. So if a company only makes, I don't know, £10 on that image, like profit, which isn't a lot really, when
Mm,
they've got to pay for the renders, and the other thing is that if you want a hand render, that's a lot more expensive than a computer
yeah,
render. So if they're only making like £10 profit, then they're only giving the artist 20%, which is quite reasonable. The artist's actually only getting £2 for that image, and
yeah,
then the company will have the £8, but they won't have the £8 because they would have had to pay for rendering, would have had to pay for whatever else. And so yeah, it's not that much really money from it, but it's something, I guess.
yeah. I
Little
suppose
pocket
that's why
money.
some artists are breaking out on their own. Obviously, I won't say the artist's name. Everybody behind the scenes knows all that everything that happened, and we're not going to get into that, but maybe that's why some artists are breaking out
Yeah.
and start up their own companies, so they get more of the profits,
Yeah, I
which
I understand that.
we can understand that
Yeah,
because,
definitely.
artists don't get paid enough for the time they put into. But then again, the companies have got to make their money without overcharging the customers too much. So it is, must be a very, very, very hard, like, what's the word?
Yeah, definitely.
You
Juggle it
know,
all.
struggle of everything that they, trying to get it all running, because we have seen some companies quietly closed down recently. Obviously one just disappeared off the face of the earth and no one knows exactly where they went. And another
Oh,
one, obviously Art and Soul, you
you
know,
miss them.
oh yeah, I do miss them, and we do hope that Melissa has a break and decides to come back one day
I hope
and
so because
everything.
she was really passionate about not just about the business,
Gosh.
but she even like the when you got to know her, like customers and people that was doing unboxings, she was very generous, really, because she gave so many boxings to for people to unbox. And the
Mm.
kits aren't cheap, even if you're selling them as a business. The basic price is still not a lot of money, and so she was very generous, and she was very good with artists as well. Making sure we was all right. And obviously, as we said, a lot of mine sometimes is mental health based, and she'd always make sure that I was all right, feeling okay. Um,
Good
hello.
evening, Kerry. I do agree. Like, hand rendering is a one-time cost.
I'm not sure how
I
much it
was
costs, but
I
it
don't
is.
know how much it costs. I don't know if anybody out there would like, who's actually watching right now, because I know that a lot of diamond painting companies are very, very secretive about the hand rendering of everything. They're very,
Yeah,
very secretive about it all. You
I've
know,
had.
I
Sorry, carry on.
I don't know if I would be able to go and figure it out myself.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I've had
know,
companies say to me, "Oh, because you're not companies I'm with now, but companies say, oh, because you're not, not mainstream artists, you're not really popular up there with a lot of them. It wouldn't be worth doing your art as hand rendered because we just wouldn't get enough sales to be able to cover the hand rendering fee."
to be honest, I have seen your artwork in rendered and computer generated, and 9 times out of 10, I find that your artwork comes out better computer generated,
I always say that. Yeah, I always
because
say that
it
because
picks up the finer details so
yeah,
much better
I always say
than
that. Yeah,
hand rendering, because there's so much detail. If it was like one of your basic images, then I could fully understand them being rendered and everything. One of your more simple hand drawn ones,
yeah,
but your composite art ones, they need to stick to them computer generated, because they do, like what I always say, people who don't understand, like, for example, why they're getting so many crazy colors in an image, because our eyes do not see the amount of colors that the computer can see.
yeah.
There's thousands of colors, and
That's what you
that
said about
if you,
my one that you're doing now, isn't it? That when
yeah,
you look at the image, it only looks like you've got black and
like,
grey, but there's so
I
many
can
different
show it.
tones.
I can show it. I've just got to take everything off my desk. But
Sorry, I'm
yeah,
making
there's
sure
no,
you
no, 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 no. You're absolutely fine. Right, you would think that this image would have 56. Oh, sugar, that's open. You would think that it wouldn't have 56 colors, but it does. And it's mainly black and white. But because of the computer rendering, the computer render picks up so many more colors. It's unreal.
I think because a lot of mine has a lot of shading and highlights in different places, and so
Yeah.
that's probably why there's so many different shades of greys and things in there.
And it's not just shades of greys though. Like for like black and white photos, you get like purples and pinks, and you get greens as well, and
Yeah,
blues, and not just black and white. Which, you know, when people are just starting out, You say to them, trust the process, because
Yeah.
it does look weird, getting pinks in a black and white photo.
And
At
I'm
the
always conscious
first,
of that when I'm doing like the coloured portraits, when I'm doing like
yeah.
skin tones, I'm always super conscious of that, trying to like scroll back in to look at it really pixelated to think, right, will this look good on a diamond art kit? Oh look, there she is.
Well, I
Oh,
can't even see. Oh,
it's a big one.
it's a big one, people. Oh, this way. Can you see it all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of it, yeah.
Um, Better.
You've done so much of her.
I've done it so much of it. I haven't got much to do now.
Oh, she's looking good. Yeah,
She's looking amazing. The details, but like I was saying, if I come in with her, like for example, on the nose, tip of the nose, you can
yeah.
see all the different colours. And there's pinks
Wow.
there, there's like purples, there's blues, like a very light blue, and they're all different colours, greys as well. So many
Wow.
greys. And there's like dark reds in it as well. And then obviously you got the yellow.
She is looking lovely.
She's looking amazing. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing how Pam's works out. Because I have to say, back in the day when Prism was being, I don't know the two new ladies that did take it over, just recently closed it, but when Adele and Joe ran it, they ran it brilliantly. And I never had an issue with it. My occasionally ran out of colours like I have this time, but never had any issues with the rendering. And that's computer rendered as well. It's
Yeah,
never been an actual issue of. That's why I say the details are just so much. I find the computer picks it up so well. And like there's a teardrop that goes all the way down one side of the face or both sides of the face, and it's just picked them out perfectly because you can see the whole thing and all the lines
yeah. I was going to say the
throughout the
cracks
face.
on the
The
face. Yeah,
cracks.
they're pretty clear
It's
actually.
like when you. It's like you got the teardrops
Yeah,
there, and then all the cracks over here, and the sunflowers.
because like
You
when you
know,
look at the normal picture, the cracks are quite small, so I didn't know how they would come out,
yeah,
but
they've come out
really
so
good.
well. Obviously, it is 50 by 70, and
Yeah,
like the detail in the eyebrows, I couldn't believe when I was doing it, and the eyelashes,
yeah,
absolutely
she's
brilliant.
good.
She's come
Because
out,
it's it's even amazement for me to see it come out like that, and
especially as I
start
bought it
being
so long
dusted up.
ago.
You did, didn't
Uh,
you?
yeah, I did. It was must be a couple of years ago now,
You just got
two,
too
three
many.
years
That's
ago.
what's happening.
No, it's because you introduced me to Art and Soul, and they kept me busy.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
They did keep me busy, and I am grateful for everything they did for me because they did look after the people they chose to unbox so well. And they were the only company that actually, apart from Prism and obviously Kerry, they're the only actual abroad companies that's actually been using me and everything. Obviously,
yeah.
I do get the occasional message by um, what do you call it? The cheaper companies
Oh,
who
okay.
sell non-licensed and everything.
Yeah,
And if I ever do use them, I tend to just go for the craft kits.
yeah.
But a lot of people are more interested in the dyeing paints than the craft kits, so I don't really want to keep like using them because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna. I won't put non-licensed on my channel because I've seen people almost lose their channel
Yeah,
because of using non-licensed artwork. And I know some channels out there are getting quite big and they're still using non-licensed, and it's quite scary because I have warned them, said, look, please be careful because you're using non-licensed, and I don't want to see you losing your channel. If an artist sees their artwork on your channel, they can flag your channel up for copyright,
I'd do that
and
if I saw some of my stuff. I'd be like, hang on a minute, you didn't pay for
yeah,
that, did you?
it's scary. It is scary because because this lady a good couple of years ago now, when I was just starting out my channel, and she she's like, I just randomly found her video, and she said, I don't know if if you've all noticed, but a load of videos have been deleted from my channel. And I was like, oh, what's going on here then? And she was like, I've had to delete a load of videos because I was using unlicensed artwork.
Did she know
And
she was using it?
I don't know. I think it was quite I can't remember how many years ago. Back when I first started, no one knew about licensed and unlicensed. I will be honest. It was very like new to the scene when
Yeah,
I first started diamond painting. And like us all, when we all first see it, we all go to Amazon, don't we?
yeah,
And or Timu or somewhere like that because we don't understand the whole lies. Like I started 7, 8 years ago, and I don't even think the conversation of licensed, unlicensed was even a thing back then.
yeah,
I can't even remember if any actual companies were selling, in the UK, licensed artwork.
yeah,
Not I can remember anyway. So I went on Amazon. I bought my first kit, as I always do, and it's always the classic lion face. Everyone goes for that one mainly with their first artwork, their first kit. So I do admit I have brought artwork in the past unknowingly, and then slowly, and I think it was through Graham, I learnt about license on. I was like, I ain't got a clue about license unlicensed. I think the reason why I started chatting to Graham is because I wish I'd my spares projects. So
yeah,
he always wanted me in his groups to show what I did with my extras and everything, which is fair enough. And then you slowly, the whole licensed, unlicensed thing slowly kept, was made aware. And ever since I found out about it, you know, I have tried to stay away. Obviously, I do buy the craft kits, because you can't get the craft kits.
yeah,
I don't know if they're licensed or, if they're stolen artwork or not, or it's just AI generated. I honestly don't know. So am I a fool? Most probably, but most of the time it is just a generic butterfly or something like that.
yeah.
So I could
Probably
be
just
guilty of,
I think you'll be all right. It's probably like just some clip art, like some cheap clip art that's free on the
yeah,
internet.
that's
Someone's
what I
put on
hope
there.
because you can't get licensed artwork in craft bits because I do like to break things up.
Yeah.
Like for example, was it I made this silly little hook thing,
Oh,
and I don't know if it's licensed or not. You don't know with the craft kits.
no.
When you look at most of the diamond paintings, you know if it's AI or stolen artwork.
Yeah,
From the cheap sites,
yeah.
but for the craft kits, you don't know. So I could be bad for that. Oh, we've had some comments.
Oh,
Rather the computer generated rendering than the hand ones.
yeah. I think it's like 50-50 of people, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
Um, some like it. Some won't buy them if they are computer generated. Um, whereas some people who like hand rendered will still buy a bit of computer rendering, and then maybe Kerry will like the same as you will prefer the computer rendering because, as you say, otherwise the hand rendering loses a little bit of detail.
I think it's the shadowing and all stuff like that. If it was like I said, it was a more simple image, but I can't see like Josephine Walls being completely hand rendered.
Now that would take a lot of work, wouldn't it? Because I
Yeah,
downloaded apps to try and see if I could hand render them myself.
yeah,
It's just a lot of work.
I can
Just
imagine.
and the reason really why I think people like hand rendering is because odd colours will be taken out, so it's a bit more blocky
Yeah,
versus confetti. But obviously with Josephine Moore, you couldn't. I don't imagine you'd have to take loads out if
I
you
don't know
was
if because I know
rendered.
Diamond Art Club has used Josephine Wall in the
Oh, okay.
hand, and I know Diamond Art Club do hand render. And I'm pretty sure they
Mm,
hand render all of their images. So I'd be quite interested to go back and look to
yeah,
see how much of the detail gets lost.
yeah. I wonder how big hers had to be as a kit size, because I'd imagine they'd have to be um, pretty big, really,
Mm.
to even get a slight bit of detail. You know, I was saying before we come on, I was me and Gemma were chatting, and I was saying that I was looking just on fan sales to see if I could put some of my artwork, get some of my artwork made as customs through fan sales. But actually, when I was uploading the image, the computer rendering that they gave me, and I mean, I went 50-50, so it wasn't massive, but it wasn't tiny, and it wasn't very clear. And that's with some of my lesser detailed artwork. It was actually for silence, which is what it was.
Mm.
Um, and so that lost a lot of it. You'd have to go really big. So I can only imagine that Josephine Wall, you'd have to be, one of those ones that doesn't mind a huge canvas trailing your whole house. And where do
Yeah,
they
I
put them
was.
once they've done them? They're too big to go up anywhere, weren't they?
Well, the biggest I did was 100 by 150, and that lot literally got
Wow.
rolled up and shoved to one side 'cause I ain't got nowhere to put it. Yeah, that's my problem. I do all these canvases, I ain't got nowhere to put them.
Get them
I've got
get
a
'em all around the
split
house.
one. Oh, I suppose I could start putting them on the ceiling, but I don't think my landlord would be too happy with me doing that, would they?
You could take some of your old ones down and then replace them.
I don't really I haven't put that many on the wall. I've literally got your two on the wall and that's it.
Well, that's because they're the best. That's why, obviously. It's funny actually because one of the ones that you've got on your wall, you're not sitting in front of your wall now, are you? But
No,
one of
I'm
the
not.
ones
I'm sat in the
on
living
your wall,
room.
oh, that the girl, what did we call her? Can't remember what
I
she was
look
called.
back or
No, the
Electra.
other one. Oh, Electra.
Electra.
That
You
was
changed
one
the
that
name though.
I know because I couldn't remember it because I have this terrible brain fog. It's called
Or what did you
menopause,
name it?
and what did I rename it?
Yeah.
What did I call it then? I can't remember. Did I call it Gemma?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's how bad I am. I can't remember anything. But that was one of my very first ones in Prism, actually, which is so you've had
Yeah.
that one for quite a long time.
They're both from prison though.
Oh yes, yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both from prison because because I asked Adele because I wanted obviously her supply couldn't supply like the ABs in the kit. ABs was a very, very new thing.
Mhm.
Her supply couldn't supply the ABs in the actual kit. So Adele had to guess the colours and then I sent a load of ABs with it. And I had to sit there and guess which ones I'm gonna swap out and that was hard. That is hard unless it's exactly the same number AB, which
It
none of
looked
the
all right in the end, though.
ABs. Yeah, no, it still looked really good. I just did the closest to each colour, each red I could. But yeah, but back then, that's when thingy, but Adele's supplier, like I said, it was really, really good quality. Like, I never have issues
Mm.
with their quality. But it's
It's
just a
funny, isn't
shame
it,
that,
that Diamond Art, right, has been around for such a long time now, hasn't it? How long do you reckon
yeah.
it's been around for?
Oh, when did the Diamond Heart first start? Let's have a look.
Because I'll just chat to you while you're doing that. Because it's so strange that we can still only get them from China. Why has no one?
2015.
Why has a business not got their own diamond art printing thing?
Well, there was a company in the UK that used to print their own kits, but they obviously still had to source. There's only a couple of companies that actually make the diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they can't be that
Um,
hard to make, can they?
I don't know. I just think that I've got to have these massive sheets or these little tiny little molds.
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
you would have thought that even like because it's such a there's more companies in the US, isn't there, like diamond art
yeah.
companies, than there
Oh
is
God,
in the
there's
UK.
loads.
Yeah, you'd imagine that one of those would have maybe gone
Yeah, I think like for
entrepreneurial and thought
example,
about
Diamond
it.
Art Club, they have their own factory and everything now
Oh, okay.
in China. They actually have their own factory. I'm not sure. I'm not. please correct me, anybody watching, if they actually make their own diamonds now or not, whether or not they. 'Cause I know there was talks about them making their own, but I don't know for definite if they do make their own yet.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because it is such. It must be such, especially all the different colours. There 447 colours, if I'm
Wow.
right.
Wow.
We have sold
110 by
100,
130.
God, almost as
Wow.
big as the one I've done. That's big, isn't it?
How long did it take them to do, Kerry? Imagine that took them ages. Actually, I did one of my remembrance pieces that first went to Prism. It's like of a soldier kneeling down in
Yeah, I
front of
remember
a.
that.
I remember that one, yeah. I can't remember who did that. A lady did that, and that was massive. She did that. It
Mm,
took up a whole dining table. That one, just so she
Jesus.
could get all the colours in. But
Mm,
I think I'm late. As I've gone on with my artwork, I'm more. I still do have some confetti, but when I first started doing art and it being made into diamond art kits, it was a lot more confetti then than it is
mm,
now. I'm a bit more mindful of what I'm putting in and how that will affect the kits really
yeah,
now. But
definitely.
what's the smallest
Um,
one you've done?
things like this.
I bought some stickers from Art Dot to do at school. And I went into my cupboard the other day to try and sort it out because it's really messy. And I still had them in there. I hadn't done them with the kids. So when I do art club again in September, I'll be going to try and remember to get the diamond art stickers out to do
Mm.
those. Don't know how that's going to work because sometimes when they're a bit younger, their fine motor skills are not quite as they should be.
There's only so long
So,
they enjoy doing it for
yeah.
at that
Oh yeah.
age. Normally
Would it be
you're lucky to get half an hour, an hour out of them, ain't ya?
some
They
of
would
them
have
just
done
scribble and go,
yesterday.
I finished, miss, and that's it. And I'm like, no,
Stick them
that's just
on.
scribble.
I love seeing on the diamond painting groups on Facebook where people do try to wind people up by just tipping the diamonds on the kit, and they go, "Oh, I'm done. It only took half an hour." And you get some people that always bite. They always bite, and they're always, or they go, "I'm doing my diamond art kit, and I've run out of drills." And they show a picture, and it's just literally they poured it on in areas, and they're always people that bite, and I'm like, somebody missed the joke there, didn't they? And yeah, I will talk properly. It always makes me laugh the amount of people that do actually bite every single time, you know. But yeah, it just cracks me up. It really does. Have you seen that too, Debbie? The amount of people that makes that joke on the Facebook group, so it does make me laugh. It really does. Honestly, the people that
You know what you
bite
should
every
do, don't
time.
you? You should get
What?
some. I think you do it this way, but I'm not sure. Just maybe get a small watering can. I'm giving you a spares idea. This might be a bit crazy, but that's me. Get a
Tip them
little
out.
watering can, yeah, and then if you got some foil, you could lots of tin foil. You could squeeze it tight, so tight that then you could stick the gems around the tin foil, and it'd look like you was pouring it out.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. Actually, Louise from Crazy Borgies sent me. She always sends me like bags of mixed drills,
Oh, okay.
like big bag. I might just fill up the watering can with them and go watering the plants or something.
You started making your diamond art plants, haven't you? Flowers. So when you're practicing for when you
Yes.
go and see Kerry, you could just say, "Oh, this is what I'm doing," just pouring them
No,
on. You
poor
could come up with
Kerry.
some crazy
She's gonna
ideas,
be
couldn't we?
really nervous for me coming down. Bless her. But she's figured, oh, what have I let myself into?
Just if we're not both going.
Oh God, yeah, poor
She'd
Kerry.
be
I
in a
don't
big
think
cab.
she would cope. You know, with me and you running around the shop, of scaring off all the customers, wouldn't there?
Yeah, exactly. Customers like, no, get me out of here. Too
She'd be like,
crazy. I've come to
just
be
leave, don't
calm.
come back. Just leave. She'd be
Just lock the door.
traumatized. Don't let her back in. She'd go barred. Be
Sounds
like,
boring.
Peggy Mitchell, get out my shop.
Don't you touch my diamonds.
Yeah. Oh.
Smallest one is 30 by 40.
So I have
Hi,
got a
Cammy.
little one of Kerry's behind me.
Shh.
I'm betting. A little one behind me. I
Have you
do.
finished that one now?
Which one? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's done.
All right.
That one's done. It's just a little icky one. That was only a 30 by 40.
Oh, okay.
I thought it's very, very fitting for my area.
How long did that one take you?
Um, Not very long because it is mainly. Well, to be honest, there's still 31 colours in it. A lot more colours than I was expecting. But it took me must be about a week because of
Oh, okay.
work. So I only get like a couple of times a day, a couple of hours a day to be able to do it.
Do you prefer the bigger ones or do you prefer the littler ones?
Um, Tammy says hi. Me, I
Hello.
personally prefer to do the bigger ones. Um, but I do like to break it up occasionally with a smaller kit.
Yeah.
Because sometimes doing a bigger one can take a very, very long time. When did I start this one? I can't remember now. That's why I get the old DIY kit, the the diamond paint craft
Yeah.
kits as well, just to break things up. And then, like, if I do get that block, I will make the old DIY dolls houses as well.
Yeah.
If I get that complete block from diamond paint, and I'm like, because I don't know about anyone else, especially you get like that with your artwork, you want to do
Yeah.
something different, and we all get that block occasionally. So I'll just pick up a DIY doll's house and do that for a week, and I'm normally fine. But
I've seen this
yeah,
new thing called Pixels. Well, I don't know if it's a new thing, but I saw it come up the other day where they've got little square stickers instead of drills. It's square stickers, so you still have like a picture, but instead of using drills, they do it with just stick-on squares, and you just place them.
okay. It reminds me. Sorry, Sissy just messaged me. Yes, we'll show the club how to do them. Just
Oh,
pour them on. Haha. Come, Cheryl.
it's a bit far away, isn't it?
Uh, you'd have to pass my house to get to Yarmouth.
Okay, yeah, it's a long way away. I don't even
Well,
like
you
walking
could
to work,
always,
so I
but
could
like I
swim.
said to you before, like Southend is like literally well, was near yours before, and literally you can see Southend across the bay. How weird is that?
I know.
You know. But yeah, we'll have to do a live stream or something when I'm away. And Kerry, I told Kerry we had to do a live stream when I'm in a shop. So I want
She's
to
very good
help
at doing
promote.
live streams. She's on it nearly every day doing a live stream, isn't she?
Yeah, she's way more better than me at like
Pro at
doing the
it now,
videos and
yeah.
everything, especially like on the old TikTok. She is definitely very, very good at doing the old videos and all that, showing what she's up to and what she's done and everything else. She's definitely a lot more better than me at doing videos because I lost my confidence and I lost my nerve on posting. Like I've recorded the videos. It's the posting them that I wipe. I do not want to post the videos. I
When you're
think
ready
it's
to post them, you'll do
I
it,
think it's
won't you?
because of my
But
hands.
shall we buy you, we could buy you some diamond art gloves. So every time you go on a video, you could have these diamond gloves on.
I think literally it's because I bite my nails and I hate
Oh,
it and I'm ashamed of my nails. But half the time I don't even realise I'm doing it. That is the problem.
I did mine until I've broken mine now, but I can't really see them. I've broken that one, but I get mine done now. But my friend does them. I don't have to pay for them because I do have posts on social media, so it's kind of like a trade-off. But so I have like these because I was biting them so bad that they was like the skin was growing over them because I was a big biter. But now I've been having them done regular. Unless they break and then I'm prone to biting it off, I don't bite them at all now.
Yeah, I don't know what I need to do in my nails. It's
You could buy a
disgusting.
cheap gel kit off of Temu and do that old hand thing yourself. Every time you want to do a video, just stick some nail polish on, shove it under the heater,
I
you'll be
did.
right.
I have like in the past stuck fake nails on, and I think my hands are so stupid. You know, it was stupid. They really did, and I was like, no, it's not me. They're all pretty and colourful, and how have we got into this conversation on nails?
Yeah, we've just gone totally off topic,
Maybe
haven't
off. Right, let's get back on topic. Right, so
we?
what is the biggest struggle about being an artist in a diamond painting world?
I have really bad imposter syndrome, and I did put a post yesterday on my page. So I was feeling a little bit like that yesterday. So if like I haven't had a lot of interaction on my page lately, and I know that oh bless her. And I know that what was I going to say now? Yeah, so when I was when my page is not getting comments on, it won't flag up, or it won't come up on people's feeds, you see. So they won't know to
Hi, Dawn.
hello. They won't know to come on my page to have a look at my artwork. So if comments are low, that kind of then feeds my imposter syndrome because I'm thinking, well, no one's looking at my artwork. Should I be even bothered doing this? Which is funny, really, because before I started in the diamond art world, I just did it for my own sake anyway. So the hardest part is my own imposter syndrome, really. That is probably the hardest part. But also, as we had that massive talk at the beginning, just the contention with AI art really right now.
Yeah.
And then like if someone messages me, I've had to turn my messaging off of Facebook Messenger for my page because it wasn't working properly. But
Hey,
if someone
Dawn.
messages me, hello, I'd like to oh I like to message them back. And so there's so many companies that close within the diamond art world very quickly that all those artists and then reaching out at the same time to all the other companies.
Yeah,
So it has
I bet they
infuriated.
all got
Yeah, it's
inundated, didn't
infuriated me a
they?
little bit. Yeah, because I'm like, just say my artwork is not suitable. Just say something. Don't just ignore me. Or
I think they're
I
just
don't know.
scared.
It's just yeah, I don't know. It's my own problems are what is the most worst thing about being in the diamond art community. And I'm not very good at taking criticism because then it just feeds that imposter syndrome again. So I don't mind when people say, oh, it's not my kind of artwork. That's fine. I don't mind that because it
Yeah,
might
like
not
for
be. They
example,
might
some of
like fluffy stuff.
your more fluffier things.
Yeah.
I have said not my kind of thing, but I can appreciate it
You're
still.
not fluffy. Is that what you're
I
saying?
can be fluffy, but it depends the fluffy, especially when
Yeah.
it's my cat. You know, as
Oh,
the main
viscous.
and yeah, my whiskers, little plug there, Cheryl turned my cat
Viscous
in.
is available from Enabler's Outpost, and it's also available as release papers from Crafts with Crashly. And Viscous is just a cat.
She's my kitty cat,
Your
which
work is with Diamond Art Emporium, rendered a custom for me. Yeah, so I do have a few
I
pieces with
hold
Ren.
2 seconds. Shares
Where are
keep
you
talking.
going?
I need a wee.
What am I going
I
to say?
told you in an hour I'll need a wee, and it is basically an hour.
Right, you
So
run.
I will
You
run.
run.
I've literally got to
I'll
go to
see
the
you out
next
breath
room.
when you get back.
You might see my PJ bottoms as well.
That's fine. At least you've got them on. Yeah, so there are some pieces with Diamond Art Emporium. Ren is so supportive. So when Art and Soul closed, I thought, where's my art going to go? Because they were such a family for me, with, you know, in terms of support and artwork and things. I thought, where's it going to go? And bless him, he took some more pieces and put them on there. Which one did you get? Any of mine from Diamond Art Emporium, or did you get your own custom, Dawn? It's very weird talking to yourself. I'm not very good at that bit. I wouldn't be able to do videos or things. Or having said that, I have been thinking about doing, oh, hello. That was a quick wee, wasn't it? I was going to go on a tangent then. Oh, can't hear you. Nope.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you now. I was going to go on a waffle then. I was going to like waffle on a bit.
Waffle never.
No, I would never do that. I was just going to say about my huh?
What live stream was it? And it cut out, and you're the only person sat there.
Oh yeah, whose was that?
I can't remember whose that was
It was my
now.
first live as well, which I was already nervous about anyway. And
It
then
was during an event, weren't it? Your event.
And then it just went off.
They disappeared. It was just you, and you were like,
I was like, hello. Like some weirdo. I was just saying that then. It's weird because you're not really talking to anybody, are you? You're just staring at your ugly mug, your own ugly mug, talking to yourself. Talk to myself all the time at home, but at least I don't have to stare at my face.
At least we've got a nice bunch of people in the comments today as well. You know,
they haven't hustled us yet. We're all right.
Yeah, they haven't gone boo. It's boring.
Because Kieran's not come on. That's why.
Who?
Kieran.
Oh,
Kieran.
yeah.
You always say it different to me. I think it's our accent.
I always keep calling her Karan, but if not, it is Kieran.
Karan is something
you
religious.
say her name.
Yeah.
But I always get it wrong, and it's
maybe I'm saying it wrong.
No, you're not. You do say it right.
Kieran. Yeah.
Yeah, because you did say it sounds like, it looks like, but it actually sounds like that.
She probably is, because she's got like a northern accent. Probably it probably sounds a little bit different to when they say it up there.
Oh yeah, she is northern.
I was going to do it then, but I thought I won't embarrass myself anymore.
I do love Kieran though.
You said it right.
I know. I made sure I did in my head. I was like, say it right, say it right, say it right. I did make sure. Oh, we are so sad. It's unreal. Right. So what up? Kerry's a nail biter too, and a custom of a couple.
Custom. Oh, okay.
Oh, from thingy.
Diamond Art Emporium, yeah.
Oh right, and you keep meaning I do need to start buying again from other companies. But I thought I will get through my stash and everything. So I've still got I've got another one of yours.
What have you got?
The cat with my name.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I've still got another colourful cat.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because there's 4 of those.
I've still got a couple actually, both from Kerry. Actually,
they are AI though. We can't talk about those. They're all AI.
Oh, I didn't realise the Gemma one's AI.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. There was a time.
Shit.
I know, but there was. I know. I'm sorry. There was ages ago, weren't they? When I was doing the auctions, I'm actually.
Oh yeah.
Like looking back, I wish. So what I did, for anyone that doesn't know, is I wasn't really with a lot of companies. So I used to sell my artwork really cheap in auctions, and diamond artists would come and diamond painters would come and buy the artwork to get made as customs. And to bulk it out a bit, that's when I started dabbling with the AI bit, which is where some companies or people have got AI artwork that I've created. But I'm gonna just defend.
But you've
myself.
always been fully transparent with things.
Yeah, I have. And I only sold it for £1. Most of the AI art I used to sell for £1, and that was just to cover
for your computer.
Yeah, and that was covering the app, because I used the top app for it that cost something like, I don't know what it was then. It was something like £30 a month. So that's what it would pay. It would pay for that art, pay for that app.
Money.
Yeah, it was one of the top ones. So
when you dabbled with it, you didn't make mega money out of it, and you always edited out the extra limbs and the extra fingers and the stupid butterflies and all stuff like that, you did make sure it looked properly. Like, for example, no hate to the person that commented on someone else's post for using stolen artwork in my group. And I looked into the artist and he was all AI.
And AI is
And
copyrightable, so
yeah, he was all AI. I looked into the artist and everything, like literally he had a whole like website of his artwork. And I can understand people sticking up for the artist because they believe that the artist created it. I understand that. But then, do won't punish the person who originally posted it because it's AI.
yeah.
The person typed some words into computer, and when I looked at all his other stuff on his website, none of it was edited at all. Like there was the extra fingers, there was like I saw a foot for a hand on one and stuff like that. Some of these AI pictures are absolutely awful. It's like
Oh yeah, so bad, so bad. I always say that when our minds are quite clever, so that if the I don't know, let's pick a word, bread, for example, as long as the first letter and the last letter are the right way
it
round,
will
your brain
still
will
read
figure
it.
it out. And so with AI artwork, your brain would make sense of the six-fingered person. That's why some people wouldn't pick up on it. Be like, oh no, I didn't notice that. Whereas I'm always looking for errors. That's what my brain does.
That's what I
Um,
always look for the errors.
yeah, exactly. But some people don't do that. They'll just look, and their brain, like the words, will automatically make sense of that picture for them. So there could be a sixth finger in there, but they don't notice it because they don't actually count the fingers. They just go, right, that's a hand, that's fine. Or the eyes.
Uh,
Sometimes eyes are a massive problem with AI. That if you scroll in to a picture, they might look all right. It's like what we say with the diamond art. When sometimes you need to step back from it to actually appreciate it once you've finished the diamond art kit. The same with AI. If it's away from you, you might not see the eyes, but then if you really scroll in and have a look, you'll see sometimes they're different colors, they're different shapes, they'll blend in to the bottom of the eye.
mm.
They'll be glassy. They just, yeah, I could go
Well,
on
they
forever
always do
about AI.
emphasize on like the what's the word I'm looking for? The reflection.
Yeah,
Sometimes, in the light, reflection in your eyes. They do sometimes really try to emphasize that reflection.
yeah,
Sometimes it goes OTT, like they have several lines and all that in the
yeah,
reflection. I do
much so.
notice that as well. Yeah, because no, quite often, like for example, you look at me and you, the light in our eyes is just one dot,
Yeah,
and that's it. But some will really try to. It just goes all crazy and
yeah, oh
stuff like
yeah.
that.
The other thing that annoys me, I know we've gone back to AI art, talking about AI art here, but the other
But
thing that
it's a
annoys
touchy
me is that,
subject.
oh, definitely, is people will, if you look at some AI art with butterflies, I'm not saying all, but you might see that a butterfly, when they're surrounding a big picture,
Hmm.
might only have one wing, or it might,
Yeah.
if you look further away, it looks like a butterfly, but when you get close in, you can see that it's AI, it's not actually a butterfly. Now
Mm.
the annoying thing is this, right? If it is an artist who does traditional art or digital art, whatever, that's making those AI pictures, they can easily take those out with any program. I've got a free program on my phone, if I'm dabbling on my phone, that erases things like that. So the other
Hmm.
thing is, they're not even taking care and pride over what they're putting out, because they can
No.
easily erase that. That's another like bugbear, because I think, why don't you just, I've done it before, I'm not going to say who it was, but a company had an artist, and I was saying, look, it's got extra bits, this isn't working, and then I used to fix it for them, because the person in question was, having some issues and problems and needed money very quickly and things like that. So I used to edit those for them. So then I started to think, well, if that person was truly an artist, they'd be able to do that themselves. you could do it very easily with a free app. There's lots of apps out there where we see it post up on Facebook all the time, or like erase tool or make yourself better, airbrushing, things like that.
Yeah.
They could do it a lot easier, and that annoys me when they just don't even take the time. Oh, did he make me one?
She just asked if
Love a
you
cup of
made her
tea.
one.
Is it a cup of tea? Yeah, I love a cup of tea. Only
She's
Twinings
just
or Yorkshire tea though.
oh, sorry, we've got Tesco's own brand.
Oh no, sorry, I'm a bit posh for that.
Sorry. You are. Right. So
Anyway,
anybody
sorry.
like basically me and Kieran, like we always joke that because we've got a little group chat of me, Kieran, and Shez. Yeah. And we always joke that Shez is the posh one.
It's not my
And
fault. I was made to have elocution lessons. It's not my
are you
fault.
sure that you don't have oh what's that really expensive one? Twinings.
I do have Twinings, yeah. But I have decaf because otherwise I'm always going for a wee. So if I have decaf, I don't wee as much.
Oh, maybe I just might have to try decaf then.
I only get them when they're on offer. I don't get them when they're super
I bet she
expensive.
does. I bet they're in a weekly Waitrose shop.
Oh no. I'm Sainsbury's. No, I'm not really. I'm a Tesco's girl, right? I'm the same as you. People probably think, what the hell are these two going on about?
I know, especially when you just gone in, come in, and they're thinking, what
We
the
have not
hell?
been
Yeah.
drinking.
Well, tea, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, you have hard to make you a tea.
No, but then he'll open the door and we'll hear the children, and it's quite nice to not hear them right now.
Nice to have 5 minutes to
Yeah,
yourself.
especially as we've got an extra day off tomorrow because it's May Day, isn't it? So May bank
Yeah.
holiday, so we've got an extra day off tomorrow. So that's the thing of working in a school with children and then still coming home and having children.
You don't
Sometimes you
escape them, do you?
just need to have some silence sometimes. Turn the telly off, that's it, just sit there.
You should have just been like me, have a couple of cats, love.
No, I'm deathly afraid of cats, so that's not going to happen. I don't even like doing cat pictures. I only do them for you. I've done a new cat picture. Oh, you saw
For
that one,
anyone
didn't
that
you?
don't know, I don't have children. I can't have children. So a dog we'd love to get, but I work nights, so it's not fair on the dog to be left all night. So I have cats, and so hence why we always joke about all things like that. I can joke about it now. I'm over it that I can't have kids, you know. So yeah, the cats are my kids, and I've just recently got a new demon child. And if anybody actually would want to see a picture of a demon child, please, see my demon child on screen, just say and I'll show him. So she has to go, right, I've got a little game for everybody in the comments. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to show a piece of artwork of Shez's,
Hope it's a
and
good
you
one.
interpret it. Okay. And type in the comments of how you interpret this picture. All right. Then we'll talk for a few minutes. And then I will say what I interpret it, and we will also read what you guys interpret as. Does that sound like a fun little game? And then Shiz will tell us her version. How does that sound?
Yeah. Let's go
I
for
think
it.
that would be quite a fun. It'd be the Instagram one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's present image.
Never done this before. It's exciting, isn't it?
I know. I've never. I just suddenly thought this would be a fun little game.
I'll do a
You know,
drum roll.
right? So apologies if it's a bit too dark. But it's a one of her darker images. But to me, it's one of those ones that I actually really liked. Right, here we go.
Oh, there she is.
Here she is. So, everybody, type in what you think of this image.
I think I did this one a couple of days ago, didn't I?
Yeah, and I typed in Instagram on her comments my interpretation of it. So I'll leave her up on the screen. Is that all right with everybody? Yeah, let me know if it's okay. If it's too freaky, I will turn it off. But it's a bit darker. Shez has done way darker than this.
Oh yeah.
Um, especially at my request. Um, but this one, I was like, I seem to have no issue in interpreting this one for myself of how
I
art
like
in my
that.
head,
I like because I
you
always
know.
try and think to myself, well, it's up to the person who's viewing it. So when I did it, I was having a bit of a down day, whereas today I'm feeling a bit brighter today, and so
Yeah,
it will mean different things to me on different days, and I like
yeah,
that. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I like it that people can interpret it their own way. You know that it
yeah,
means something to them.
definitely.
See no evil, speak no evil.
Mm.
Lovely.
There, I can see that actually as well. Yeah, because obviously she's got her eyes covered by the thing, and then she's got a thingy.
Debbie says, I see
She
someone trying
loves
to
it,
escape.
and yeah, she sees someone trying to escape. If you want to write an essay, please do. Don't feel like you've got to rush or anything, because we can always come back and read it and everything.
I bet that's what Kerry's going to do. She's going to write
Yeah, Kerry's gonna write a massive.
a novel.
Yeah, she will. Kerry will comment like in 2 days' time on the video. Kerry knows we love her.
She likes us.
Kerry knows I'm joking. Honestly, I love Kerry to bits. Me and Kerry always have a joke and a laugh and everything. I was telling her about all the refit at work the other day, and I said about obviously I'm not going to say where I work or anything because I get in trouble. But I was telling her about the refit we're having at work and everything, and she's like, "Oh, that sounds really interesting." I was like, "Nothing interesting about it, Kerry. It's just the nightmare at the moment." But yeah, but oh,
Metamorphosis.
hmm. Yeah, metamorphosis. That's a
I'm
try
going to
saying
Google
that
that.
three.
Don't know what it means. I'm not that clever. Let's Google it.
Ask Siri. What does metamorphosis mean?
Oh, here we go. We got it?
Yeah, but it didn't say it out loud. It's a bit rude.
Oh. Change of physical form, structure, or substance, especially by supernatural means. Oh, like the
Mm.
butterfly. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Changing.
I got onto, weren't it?
That's good
Right, let me
to
just pull
see
up.
the different interpretations.
Yeah, let me pull up what I said. Oh, don't want cated. I want Cheryl Carpenter. Right, so I put this one says to me, I hide my face and don't say how I feel. What you see is the face I put on for others to see, which I mean by the bit on the face on her hand. Um, what you see is the face I put on for others to see. You don't see the pain in my eyes. I'm slowly building stronger like a butterfly that gains its wings. It's not a quick process, like a caterpillar that turns into a butterfly, hence the translucent wings. Um, it's not a quick process like a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. It has the process of being in a cocoon before it, so it can be grow its wings. Strong and powerful piece. So that's why I think about Chez's artwork. So many people will look at it and interpret something different. What did you? What was your?
Well, I know what I felt like when I was doing it, and I don't feel like that way now. So it means something completely different to me as I'm looking at it now, which is always the fun things about art, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
When I've had a few, down days, like I said at the beginning. and it was really about. I always talk about my anxiety a lot because my anxiety is a massive thing for me. It's just, I don't really like going out to. I won't even go into a salon to get my hair cut. I just can't. I start feeling sick. I get sweaty. It's just all anxiety is a massive problem for me. And it's like it's stopping me from doing all this stuff. So the little face is that when I was doing it, the little face was my anxiety on the hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the wing, there's only one wing actually, but it's in front of the hand, not behind it,
Yeah.
because I'm not free of that anxiety.
Yeah.
And I can't see anything else when I'm in a massive anxious state, when I'm having panic attacks. I can't see anything else. When they say to you, oh, I don't know, say what you can say, 5 things that you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can taste, that kind of technique. I can't do that
Never
because I'm.
heard of that before.
Oh, okay. And they also do this breathing thing where you have to breathe up the finger, hold it, and then go down the other side and let the breath out. So it's in, hold, out, that kind of thing. But I can't do any of that. So I'm so consumed by the anxiety that I'm not, the wings sometimes symbol freedom. And because it's
Mm.
not in the back, I'm not actually free of this anxiety. That's what I meant when that's what I was thinking of when I was doing it. But we've got, I don't know if you can see, I can't really scroll in, but there's like a heartbeat, like you get, it's right above her left lady part. It's a little line. That's actually like a heartbeat. What you get when they're monitoring your heartbeat at the hospital. That's actually that. Just because my heart pounds all the time when I'm having like anxiety, it's just underneath the necklace.
Just seeing what I can do. No, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, that's okay. You can see the little line there, can't you? It goes up and down a
Yeah.
little in the middle, yeah.
I'm not that clever.
But today, when I've looked at this again, it kind of represents
Excuse
like
me.
the government, really, doesn't it? Like the man, that they don't really let us do anything really because we're so governed by. Oh, hello. We're so governed by the politics in all our countries, don't matter where we are,
Mm.
kind of stifled by them. So I got that kind of like thing when I was looking at it earlier, but it all depends what day I'm in as to what I can. But at the time it was all about my anxiety when I was doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy with how it came out.
I've honestly, Shares, this is a beautiful piece. It is such a strong, powerful piece. When I saw it, and I normally just say, "Oh, I really like this piece," and everything else. This one actually made me want to comment what it interpreted to me.
Yeah.
I do think it is a brilliant piece, and that is one to be proud of.
I've noticed on like because Brittany and Robin, who've got sparkling diamonds with Brittany and Robin on
Yeah,
YouTube, that's what they're called. A comment on there said, what did they say? Oh, because I said, sometimes I think if people it resonates with someone, they might want to do it as a diamond art kit, and then feel a lot calmer when they've, put everything in. And then someone else said, well, I wouldn't want to be reminded of how I'm feeling because I when I'm doing these darker pieces, I wouldn't want to do one of my pieces because I wouldn't want to be reminded about how I feel. I choose diamond art to get away from how I'm feeling. Whereas my interpretation would be to use it like I use art as therapy, and I'm very vocal in saying that. I've always been very vocal about my anxiety on my page and everything.
yeah,
I use my art as therapy, and I just hope that even if you're crying when you're dotting, hopefully you would use it as some kind of release, I guess, when you're doing it.
yeah. Definitely, definitely. But I think I can understand some people not wanting to, like, do diamond paintings or Starker pieces. But
Yeah.
then for some people, like myself, when I did Break the Silence, that was actually really healing to me as a survivor of domestic violence, And I
Yeah.
will say now, yes, I went through hell for 5 years. Started off perfectly, as it always does, but looking back, it moved too quick
Yeah.
and I was trapped too quick. In 6 months, I was engaged,
Wow.
and that is all part of how they get you and trap you.
Psychological.
Yeah, and then after those 6 months, it changed dramatically. They love bombed and all stuff like that, and then they start playing these games more, 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 more. Yes, there was mind games to start off with and everything, and it's slowly, slowly, slowly. But as soon as you engaged and started looking for places to go and everything, that's it. They got you trapped, and took me 5 years to get out. Lucky the next girl only lasted a month, and she actually thanked me for the warning after.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she actually said, like, at first I thought you were just being vindictive when you said, look, please be careful. Like, as soon as one sign of aggression or controlling, please leave him.
Yeah.
And she went, when I saw it, you're all right. And I apologise. And we actually friends on Facebook to this day.
Oh,
Yeah.
and to know any have yet to own their own trauma.
Yeah. It is.
That's good,
I
actually. I like that. Yeah.
can understand why some people do not want to do it. But then I think it depends of like how I just realised how my cat's sitting. It's like his head's over the side of the blinking cat tree thing. He's literally like asleep. Stupid thing.
Should be a reminder of something that was overcome by you, what you're working on overcoming, which
Yeah,
in itself is empowering. And that's what I really hope for. Like
yeah.
I say, not all of my art has a meaning, and I'm always, open to say what I felt like when I was doing it. But really, it's open for interpretation. And if it speaks to that person, then I remember, and I think I said it when. I'm not sure if he was on the live with me, but the lady said, I can't remember who it was now. I said she didn't like any of my artwork because it was really dark. And then I think I was talking to her about
I
silence.
think that was the one where it went wrong, weren't it?
Oh, and I was on my own,
That was
like
for
didn't
your
know me.
event, weren't it?
Yeah. And I was explaining silence to her what it meant, and then she started. I don't know if you remember, but she started crying in the live video, had some tears, and she said because it really actually resonated with her.
Mm.
So I guess if people look at it a bit deeper, then
Yeah, I think what it is, some people just don't even look to see what the image is. They just go, "Oh, this is a bit too dark for me."
yeah,
Scroll on, like, which is I can understand, because some people do like when I obviously did break the silence of yours, and obviously I did put all the trigger warnings because it could be triggering for some people,
yeah,
who haven't fought with their demons and stuff,
yeah,
So I did put it behind, like, for example, when I posted it on Facebook, I put a load of blank screens before you could even see the actual image and everything. And like, I think there's two types of people who use that, and try to deal with the demons, and some people who can't deal with the demons, and they see or some people, just do not like darker images whatsoever. And you can't hate them for it, you can't thingy. Hang on. Oh, we've got a couple more. Here you go. Exactly.
oh, I love her.
Yeah. I actually couldn't say that better myself. Crashly. Ashley, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
I was
Ashley, isn't it? Yeah.
I was
Honest.
actually bigging you up earlier, Ashley. I was
Yeah,
saying to
she
Gemma
was. She was.
when I was having a bit of a meltdown last night, you was just so supportive and so lovely because we was talking about how some of the companies are not, don't really talk to the artists or get to know them. But you've really we haven't known each other for very long. It's only when I left when Art and Soul collapsed that me and Ashley started talking, and so
Mm.
if you want to buy release papers, that is where you should buy them from, because she is just wonderful. Oh, get a bit emotional now.
You're gonna make her cry.
There'll be some dark art after this. Emotional.
With the YouTube symbol in the corner.
Yeah. This is what
With her
Gemma's
beating it
reduced me to.
up.
I've been trying to like just change my style a little bit, because people said, oh, I don't like your dark art, or I like it but I wouldn't do it as kit. And then I've just been trying to branch out a little bit. But most people just like my manipulations. That's what they're called, manipulations. Most people just like
Yeah.
those rather than my
We'll
drawings.
share
Although
a
my
light fluffy one.
drawings, yeah, share a fluffy one. Although my drawings look good on the release papers. I don't think I've named this one. Maybe Kevin. Let's see if I
Is it a
named
boy or
him.
girl?
I don't know. I don't
Or
think
is
we
it
can tell
asexual?
without looking closer.
Um,
Did I name that one?
it's
Oh,
got
Katie. I called her
Katie. That's it.
Katie.
Katie
Could be a
Koala.
Kevin, could be a Katie, yeah.
Whatever they decide that day.
Oh, it looks like a Kevin.
Kevin
I had
then.
that in my head, actually. Maybe I should just change it. And then, you know, my goat. Did I send you the goat?
No, you didn't.
I didn't send you the goat.
Mm.
Oh,
You
no. I
sent me the
thought I sent...
cat. You said your weird
Oh,
cat.
my weird cat, yeah. I don't know if you can do it now, but...
Yeah, send it
oh,
over because
I've done
it'll.
it now. I think
Oh,
I'm going to call the goat Geraldine. I just think that's a great name for a goat. Oh, that's my cat.
let me just go and save it on my phone.
My weird cat. I was having a little experiment with it. But as you can see, like, my digital drawings, which I do in Procreate, are a lot different to my manipulations. So I was trying, you know, people didn't like the portrait, so I thought, well, I'll try something different, which is what I've been doing. But not sure how successful they are.
See, I'm just a weirdo. I just like to name my animals really weird things.
Like Viscus and Shedrick.
Shedrick, yeah. The cat I found in the shed. He was living in my shed for months on end. Who's now sprawled out on top of a cat tree.
I'm
And
not
then I've
very
got
creative with my
and then
artwork
I've got
in coordinate
Samoa.
titles.
I've got
Samoa.
Samoa. See, the thing is though, with this one, I actually like, if you look at the background, I like all that like paintbrush style
Yeah,
when you look closely.
yeah.
But I bet that will be a bugger for confetti.
You like confetti, don't you?
No,
No,
I
you don't.
don't like,
You
you
like
know I don't like
block
confetti.
colours. And
I
it's
like my
not black
block. I don't
enough
mind
for
a
you.
bit, but that I can see.
You
I
like
look at
black
that.
cats and block colours. That's what you like.
I'm just dark. I'm just an evil person. I like me block and I like me dark and I like me. I'm cold at heart. Right, let's see if I can
Get me goat.
get you go. Right, let me remove from
I mean, if we
studio.
could think of a better name than Geraldine, I'm open to suggestions. I just call the thing so many different names. I don't want to keep reusing names.
Maybe you should just buy a baby book name.
Oh no, I do love a baby name for him. Obviously, I can't have any more babies, but I do love looking at weird names. Sometimes we have, like, obviously children at school have odd names, and I think, oh, I really like that. Same as if there's a child with a name that might be a little bit mischievous. I think, oh, I couldn't have a child with that name.
Come on.
I would never call anyone Cheryl, though. I'd never name a child Cheryl.
Wait for it to update.
My husband's name is Kerwin, which is super weird. That is a very unusual name.
That goat. The name the goat Curry. That'd be cool.
No, because it's got to have a G.
Why?
I'm a bit OCD like that. If it's an animal, the
Oh,
name's got
Gary
to
the
start with
goat.
Gary. I was on FaceTime to my niece yesterday when I was doing it. And, I was showing her all my artwork, and I said, "Oh, I've got a goat here. I'm just doing. What colour should I do it?" And she said red, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't really want to do it red, but I thought, well, I've got to go with it now, haven't I?" Next cat should be Bartholomew. Oh, Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. Oh, it's not showing. Come on.
I might do a cat with a violin and call it Bartholomew.
Come on. It's not. It's not wanting to. It's not wanting to.
Oh, poor old Gary the goat.
Oh, poor.
Or Geraldine the goat on Wednesdays.
Photos. Let me see this. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
There we go. Do you like that one? What are you laughing at? She's got the giggles. Ashley said it's much more adorable in my accent, with my posh accent.
Yeah, a posh accent. It's like when you're driving down the road and you see a deer.
Oh, we've lost her now. That's it.
I'm so sorry. I just see this goat staring at me.
Imagine having that up on your wall.
I think it's giving nightmares.
It's meant to be a friendly goat. Oh, Gary.
I mean, Gary's got the devil in him.
I'll tell you what I was thinking. Have you seen the Minecraft movie? Or have you ever played Minecraft?
You know, chicken or something. Chicken.
Well,
something.
Minecraft, you can have different animals. You see, I've got to wipe about my mascara now.
I know.
In Minecraft, you can have different animals, and you can get like a toadstool cow. So the cow's red with white spots on. So that's the look I was going through. I can't believe you didn't find Gary adorable.
It is adorable, but he's just. I don't know.
Just too icy for you. What if he put a pair of glasses
I think
on
it's
him?
because he's a bit boss-eyed, bless him.
All goats are boss-eyed. You know, I said I didn't like critique. Oh, lava chicken, yes. Have you seen the Minecraft movie, Gemma?
No, because I saw like on TikTok all the trouble there was with it, and do you know, I can't remember the last time I actually went to the cinema.
Oh, Ashley said, "How much longer will you be on live? I'm going to share it on my socials." Well, it'll still be up, won't it? So just share it.
Oh yeah, still be up and everything until we run out of things to talk about. I think.
Till we stop laughing, probably, and stop being so stupid.
No, don't honestly. This is what like we don't actually really talk to each other that often. It's all by chat and occasional voice note, and we're exactly the same. You think we talk all the time, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we would. I think like we thought, oh yeah, well, like you'll kind of interview me on this live, and look what it's gone. It's gone downhill by Gary.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want it to be all prim and proper anyway. It's just not me.
No.
You know, it'd be boring, wouldn't it?
Yes, I knew you'd enjoy Gary. I didn't realise I sent you the cat. Oh yes, I did send you the cat. That's right.
Yes,
what
you
about
did.
the other one? Shall we have a look at the other one?
Right.
This one's a little bit darker.
Right, I've kind of lost it. Desktop, Cheryl, open. Right. Did you want the two heads or the one head?
What ones did I send you? Two heads. I think we'll
heads.
start that one.
Okay.
Because I like that one. I don't know why, because it's weird.
Okay.
There we go. Now, although this didn't speak to you, what do you think it means?
To me, it reminds me of like the devil on your shoulder type thing.
Yeah. I think it's although that niggling voice in my head.
Or that could be
I'm not good enough.
That could be not the devil, that could be the angel. And you're trying to shut it up because you don't believe in what it says. When the angel's saying you're a good person and everything, you think, no, I'm not. And like, shut up.
Yeah, that's a good they've been a bit darker recently than what I'd done in the past. You know,
Oh
for the
yeah, this is
last
definitely darker because you can, if you look around the neck,
yeah.
see like
Um,
the nose.
oh, here we go. Ashley says I can come up with a story for every one of her pieces as if they were movie covers. I love that.
Oh, that's really good. That is really, really, really
What I did actually before I'm in this group like for manipulation art, which is what I do, or composite art.
Yeah.
Um, and I started when I was posting my artwork on there. I started writing little narratives to go with the artwork. You know, maybe a little poem, or it wasn't long. It's like 5 or 6 lines. And then this man that I'm still friends with now, Michael, he was on Landscape Artist of the Year, actually, just to plug him. He's a phenomenal artist. Um, and he said to me, because he was in a bit of a dark space and he was doing like dark art, same as me. And he said, do you do a lot of writing? And we had so much in common. Like, he used to be a headmaster of a school and I work in a school. We just
Bloody
had
hell.
the way we was feeling. Like, he's a lot older than me, but we just had so much in common. And he said, do you think that you could create narratives for the otter we have from my dad's artwork there. He said, do you think you could create narratives for some of my artwork? So that's what I did. And then I had loads of other poems and writings, because I do write a lot and do things like that I then sent him, and then he created artwork based on my words. Really, it was just such a cool collaboration.
Mm.
He's in a much better space now, and he does amazing architectural paintings. He's called Michael Moore on Instagram if you want to find him. But he is amazing, and he's come out of that dark space now, so we don't interact as much as we used to. But yeah, it was just amazing to put words down, write words to
Yeah.
pictures, or have pictures made of my words, because just the same as my artwork, when I'm doing like writings and things like that, a lot of that is from like an emotional point of view.
Mm.
I know not everybody knows, but so in 2014 I lost my daughter, and the only way that I got through that was writing. I wrote a diary. Now, it doesn't matter with grief, it's such a plethora of emotions. You're high 1 minute, you try and sort it out in your head another moment. Well, this could have happened because of this, and such. And then there's the really volatile feelings and emotions that also come with that. And so you can't hello, Momo. You couldn't tell people of all these volatile thoughts that are going on in your head, because you'd probably sound like a crazy person. But to actually write it down again was very therapeutic for me, because then I could get it all out on this bit of paper. And now, like, I can't even read it now. I did think to myself that I would do like I would self-publish it, as to help anybody that's also gone through the loss of a child. But I can't even look back on it now. But as art is therapeutic, so is writing. It kind of like goes hand in hand for me. I do much more art than I do writings, but it's always there. I'm always jotting down things. I am writing a novel, but I've stopped at chapter 18 now. I can't get any further. I've had a bit of writer's block.
Oh dear. Is it like one of your raunchy type novels?
What are you trying to say about me?
No, I can't remember if it was or wasn't. I can't remember if that's what we discussed before.
We discuss a lot of stuff.
I know exactly. That's
No,
why I'm checking. That's why I'm looking a bit confused. I was like, do I say it? Do I not? Is it one of these ones or was it not? I can't remember.
there's a little. It's a little bit like an adult fantasy book. It's not completely adult, but there's a couple of kisses in there. That's about as graphic as it goes. Can you tell us a little bit of the art manipulation progress? Like, how do you start a piece? That is a very good question, Ashley. Basically, I buy images from art photographers, so they will pay models to take to do poses for them, and then I buy pictures from them. Or quite often I'll use my own selfie. I can't remember which one it's called, but there's one, I think, I'm not sure who it's licensed to, but it's where it's got a pitchfork in the middle of the face, and that's actually my face. I use
Isn't that licensed to one with the diamond art?
I shall just have a quick look. I don't know if I can look on here without it closing. Can you still see
I'm
me?
pretty sure it's one of the companies that.
Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can still see you.
Oh, that's right. Right, I'll just quickly tell you if that is. I can't remember if I licensed it or not, actually, to be honest. I'll just have a quick look. So basically, that is of my own face. I've used my own selfie to create a picture. So I do that quite often. If some of the pictures, it's licensed to the one with diamond art. That's who it's licensed to. So
Thought
basically,
so.
it's a girl with a pitchfork in her face. There's some graves. There's some birds. Actually, if you go on
Because did it
Sparkling
Brittany and
Island
Thingy?
comment, it's on
Yeah.
there. Yeah, it's on their one that they've. Burning Embers. That's what it's called. Or Beyond the Embers. Beyond the
So
Embers. That's it.
did they have it from a different company?
Yeah, they had it from Art and Soul.
That was it, yeah.
Ashley, if you go on the one with the diamond art, you will see it on there underneath my section. It's called Beyond the Ember, and that's using my face. I don't know. Hopefully, you'll be able to correlate the two. So yeah, I use my selfie quite a lot. I use the kids' faces quite a lot. It's so easy for me. That sounded quite big-headed, but it's easy for
It's
me
not big
to
head.
change. It's easy for me to change their faces because then I haven't got to pay for the photos, because otherwise the photos are quite expensive. So I have to buy them in bulk. Or quite often people, like I've done with you, haven't I? You sent me selfies and then I've changed your selfies.
Or you just did them straight off Facebook.
Or I just steal your ones off Facebook, because that's all you post, your face.
She knows I don't care. She knows I don't care. She goes, "Oh, by the way, I used your picture from Halloween." Not that. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
So basically, yeah. So you can send me as many faces as you want, Ashley. I'd be happy to desecrate them. That's what I do. I pull them apart. Basically take photographs and then I add other elements. And I do use a lot of the same elements because they're the ones that I've brought, but I just try and change them, edit them so they don't look always the same. Like quite often my missing eyes are quite the same because I've got this one really good graphic that
They are. Yeah, I can actually see what you mean just by looking at this kit and the one
the
that's.
yellow bird, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's just all about manipulating, yeah. So it's all about manipulating the photographs, really. It's called photo manipulation or composite art, and it's just the use of photographs to create artwork with. I'm going to be inundated in a minute with selfies of her.
You can hear your thingy going beep 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 beep.
Hello.
Welcome. It's all right. Me and Shez has just been chatting rubbish basically, but yeah,
What we do, we waffle.
And we're waffling on, and we're just showing some artwork with Shez's basically. But welcome. I sound really cringe then, didn't I? I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. Please ignore me.
You sounded like you was like a hotel concierge. Welcome to our hotel.
I sounded really cringe. I'm so sorry.
Do you have any comparison photo to show the transformation from the original photo?
Have you got? I'll go to my face. Give me a second.
Yeah,
I'll go into my Facebook, and I will download the one you did of me. And if you want to send any others over, do that. But I can definitely do it the ones of me.
Crafts with Crashly, that I think I did one on the that's not Crafts with Crashly, that's the wrong person. Getting all crazy now. On Sparkling Diamonds with Brittany and Robin, they've also got one on there. Sometimes I do it on TikTok where I'll record myself doing them, and then I'll upload them to TikTok, like just really super quick. I love taking selfies. As if you've only just joined, what I was saying at the beginning, because Gemma asked me where it all started, is that I started by editing pictures in a Facebook group, a Facebook edit my photo group, and people wanted pictures, like horror pictures, which is where actually it all started. That's what I did. I was editing selfies, and then it just increased from there, really. I was trying to see if I had any more, but I bought a massive bulk load of photographs not too long ago, which is why I haven't done any selfies for ages, but I'm always welcome selfies. Sometimes I don't always get right, but it's just the nature of art, isn't it, really?
I apologise for being rude.
She's so rude.
I'm so rude.
I'll send you this Beyond the Ember, because that's the one that I was just talking about, and hopefully they'll be able to see it's my face that I've used. Just going to send that over now.
Let me show you this one as well. Right, this is one she made out of my face.
That's just how you wake up in the morning, love.
That is good compared to how I normally look, love.
That's her nighttime wear.
I am a
don't always
vampire.
change them dramatically. Sometimes I just, you know.
This is actually early morning for me.
Oh, for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Her fangs will come out in a minute. Did you get that one I sent you?
Hang on, give me 30 seconds. I'm going to upload the comparison one of the original, so they can look at my ugly mug for a minute.
There we go.
Right, there you go. Right, let me go on to messages.
So that was her original picture. Beautiful, but in the daylight.
I know, I don't normally go out in the sun that often, especially in the winter. I don't actually, honestly, I very rarely see daylight in the winter apart from my days off. I don't see daylight at all, hardly. And then the original, the one she did.
Yeah, I haven't changed it a lot. I just edit a little bit, really. I mean, that's all I was really doing. Hi, Robin. That's all I was really doing in the edit groups, really, was changing people slightly. I mean, I love doing the horror ones. I do actually love doing those. And I was doing a lot. You know, I had sometimes 120 comments of people wanting horror pictures, so it was taking me ages to do. But I did love it. But of course, those ones you can't then license for diamond art paintings unless they agree to it. There we go. Ashley, that is Beyond the Ember. That is using my face. And Brittany and Robin on Sparkling Diamonds have that as a kit from when it was with Art and Soul. And so you can actually see it in kit form on their channel. Oh, she can see it. I've slimmed down my face, obviously, in the artwork. I truly think most all don't understand the art of photo manipulation. But it's yeah. It takes me, sometimes it takes me ages to do them, you know, and they don't always go right. They're not perfect. I've got loads of unfinished ones, and I say that all the time on my page, or, you know, I've got to have a sort out, and sometimes I have to leave, oh, thank you. Sometimes I have to leave pieces, and then it, you know, it might be like 6 months. I'll go back to it and go, right, actually, this is what I want to do with it now. Then I can see something that I can do with it. I really love this one. There's, you know, yeah, I just love this one.
I've done so many of your pieces, it's unreal. Let's see if I
find. So this one is with the one with Diamond Art now. They
are. It is.
This one.
If I can. I don't know how to.
In the early days, before I knew that I could go and buy these photographs from art photographers, I used my face all the time. There's a picture of a like a little girl. She's sitting on these bones. It's on I think it's on my Facebook page. And actually, that's of my son. He was just sitting in the garden, and I took a picture of him, and I thought, oh, wonder if I can use that. And then I did. I just put. I mean, it sounds quite graphic, really, that I've put all these bones around him and changed him into a girl. But I like that one. And my kids are pretty easy, actually. My eldest Simon, he did some poses for me where it was just like scrunched up in a ball, and I did some pieces. I did like 3 pieces, like a story piece of 3 different images that went together using his body.
I don't know how to get up the albums.
My albums, or
No, my photo albums. I was going to see if I could bring up photo albums to show some of your other pieces. I don't know how to do that.
I don't think I
Obviously,
can do it from my end either.
this is the one I'm working on at the moment, a bit of a version of it. But obviously, I haven't done as much, so. Oh, that one's playing up. Here we go.
I do like doing the black and white pictures and then just a pop of colour, like that one you showed earlier, where we was asking
Yeah.
people to
Yeah,
say what they thought it
oh,
meant.
yeah, the first one, yeah.
Yeah,
I think we still
I
want
do
more
like
to
doing
show as
black and
well.
white and then just little pops of colour, because I just think it looks really effective. But I know not everyone's a fan of 310s, are they? So
No, that's the thing. Not everyone likes 310s. Me, myself, I like 310s. We have a question. I'm really sorry how to say your name.
I know I was late, but what is your favourite piece? Oh, probably Silenced. I wonder if I could send that to Gemma.
Yeah,
Let
you
me
should be
try.
able to send it over to me.
Yeah, let me try
It,
and find that one. It's called Silenced. It was on. It was with Art and Soul before they closed, and then lots of people, because it's such a. It resonated with a lot of people. Let me just send it to Gemma. She can put it on. Oh, I just send you loads of images then. Let's try again. There we go. Because it resonated with lots of people.
oh, yes, I like this one.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of my new pieces you've just put up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So my favourite one is this one called Silenced. Just because it, yeah, as I say, it resonated with a lot of people, and I just love looking at it when I look at it. Because I don't often see, when people say, oh, it's dark art, I don't often see the darkness. But yeah, I just really love that one. So this one was about sometimes a lot of us have a lot of stuff going on, but that doesn't always show in our face. I know that we've had a little laugh on here, but that's generally how
Oh,
I am
yeah.
in life. I'm quite jolly. I'm quite jokey, but then underneath it all, I have this, like I said, this massive weight of anxiety. I'm a very anxious person, but for people that didn't know me, or that I mean, I'm quite vocal about my anxiety, but if I wasn't vocal about it, people wouldn't see that, because they don't actually look further than don't look further, don't see what's under your skin. And I was saying about the mouth being closed off is because like my panic attacks, I can't. Some people, when they have panic attacks, can go, oh, it's because of a certain situation, like I don't like being in big crowds, or I don't like this, I don't like that. For me, my panic attacks probably come on when I'm most relaxed, and I can't
Yeah.
really explain why they're happening. The same with depression. I don't think I have depression, but I've had postnatal depression in the past, and it wouldn't be any particular thing that would set that depression off. I couldn't tell somebody why I was depressed. People might think, oh, you've got lovely family and all the good things in your life, but sometimes with depression, you can't actually put it to words of why you're feeling that way. You just do. And so you're kind of silenced with that. Oh,
Cooper Kai. Oh, that's really, really good name.
I think
Oh,
you
that's
should
a really
change that
unique
permanently.
name. Sorry?
Because her real name's Jenny, she should just change it on Depot or however they do it. Just change it. Yeah, so answer to question, this one is probably my favourite. And the one I showed you, Beyond the Ember, I just really love looking at that one. When Brittany showed it in kit form, I just loved it. Like, it was computer rendered, I think, and all the details were there. And the more you look at it, or when I described all the little different details in it, they were like, oh yeah, suddenly, you can see those little details in it that you might not have seen before.
Yeah.
And sometimes those little details just make the whole picture come together, really.
Yeah.
But I did this one quite a while ago, didn't I?
I think you did.
Rightly. Yeah.
I think you did.
But yeah, like I said before, I do like the black and white and then a pop of colour, which is
exactly that's what Break the Silence was, weren't it? That was black and white with a touch of colour. Like this one, Yellowbird, it's black and white, because you did go through a phase where a lot of your kits were
I did, yeah.
black and white with that pop of colour.
I only did that for you because you liked the 310s. I was just trying to get you to buy it all. That's because you were my only fan.
It's not all 310s, though, Shez. Literally, all down here, you think it was 310s, but it's not. It is confetti. I'll show you. It is confetti. Right. I can't promise. I can't see what I'm doing.
Take my picture off and it'll go bigger. Take the one off of that you've just put up of mine.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That might be a good idea, mightn't it? Well done, Shez. Good job. One of us has got a brain.
No one's ever said that to me before.
Lower. You can see it is all confetti.
That look. Oh, I see. Yeah.
See what I mean?
It is. Quite a lot of reds in it, actually.
There is a lot of reds. There really is.
It's strange what the computer picks up, really.
Yeah, it is, but it is coming out really good, because I don't think this would come out very good if it was hand rendered. Personally,
yeah,
you would miss so many of the details,
like a lot of the shadowing.
And the depths of like the cracks,
Yeah,
because some of the cracks are deeper than others on the original picture. So I don't think it would capture the depths of the cracks and everything.
Yeah. I kind of think like I don't know why hand rendering would take all that detail out, because there's somebody there going through, looking directly at that artwork.
Oh my God, we've got 13 people in here.
We might be popular. We was laughing at the beginning because we had no one in here, just ourselves, like Billy No Mate.
We were just laughing.
That might just be an English saying. That might be Billy No Mate.
What's that? Yeah,
Billy
it is an English
saying.
I think it might be. American friends tell us if that's the saying over there. Billy No Mates.
Person with no friends, like Gemma and I. 13's an unlucky number, though.
No, we've got 12. We lost one.
Oh,
you said we're popular.
They were like, "No, you're not popular." Let's bring their heads back down.
Don't start this again. Let's start giggling like a stupid little schoolgirl.
Oh, it's better to have fun, isn't it?
I apologise for our weird British sayings.
Hello, Courtney.
Poor Courtney's just coming to the weird part. An angel.
Oh, Diamond Art Club. They've got some lovely pictures. I have noticed, now, I don't want to diss anyone, but I've noticed that Diamond Art Club has quite a bit of AI art lately.
They do. All Claire Studio, is it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
and they're very good. Like they obviously edit their AI.
Yeah, they do heavily edit them.
But the trouble is, like, some of it's very similar to other companies, isn't it?
Yeah, I do need to. I do admit I am guilty for avoiding Diamond Art Club originally, when they separated from an artist,
Yeah.
and I'm guilty of that, and I will be ordering from. I never dissed them on here or anything. Um, I just avoided. But plus, like Art Style were giving me kits, so I kept busy for so long. So I do really need to invest in a couple more diamond art kits. I've got an art kit from that artist, which I will be giving away. I will most be donating it to my local cat rescue, and then the money can go straight to them. And it's a crazy cat lady by a certain artist, and that can go. And they can auction it off, and they'll keep all the money and everything. You know, no
Kerry
disrespect to the
said,
artist or nothing.
I
You
think
know,
Dreamer Designs has switched over to a lot of AI lately as well, but I hadn't noticed that with
yes.
Dreamer. But it's such a shame, isn't it? Like, there's I'll tell you one of the artists that I recommend is, I don't know if you remember her, but Mariella Rinaldi, I think her name was. She has an art and soul. So she was on
Yeah.
this art group that I'm on, and I just looked at her artwork. Oh, you did the Beatles, didn't you? Or did you do Freddie
Yes, I
Mercury?
did. I did the Beatles.
Oh, Beatles, yeah.
Yeah, there was really nice colour blocking in that, and it was like, what do you call it? My husband going to work now.
Oh. And it was so different to what's out there
Yeah.
against everything else. And I think that's what they need. Like, companies need to branch out, ask, oh, we're going to have a kiss on screen. I thought it's going to say kiss goodbye or something.
I'm gonna go give my husband a kiss, but I'm gonna mute my.
Oh, it's like Pride and Prejudice all over again. Yeah, I definitely think, Ashley, that they are controversial. You either love it or you hate it, I think, with AI, really. From an artist perspective, I'm not okay with it, but I am with companies that do have AI art in them. Are you back now?
I am back. I said goodbye
Say
to my
goodbye to
husband.
Mr.
He's off to
Darcy.
work.
Yeah,
He's
lovely.
doing I was meant to do an overtime shift tonight, but
But you
I kind of
wanted to talk
forgot.
to me instead.
I booked you instead, and so I cancelled my overtime shift. And my
I
manager
don't.
had a go at me and said, "You're okay. You don't need to work. You've already booked this. You do this instead." I was like, "Okay, then, no problem." Just kept in.
I don't think there's many companies now that have no AI art. When I was with Art and Soul, that's one thing that I loved about them, that it was no AI
Mm.
art, apart from a couple of pieces from One Pulse, who most people don't realise is AI art, but he is. Now,
That
Jeff.
Dreamer Designs one, that's I know, for example, one of the artists is the one that I was telling you about, the member of my group that posted
Oh, okay.
that dragon one,
Yeah,
and that is from an AI artist. Because when I googled the artist, and that's when I discovered they are an AI. Because that dragon looked too good to be hand drawn.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah. Oh, definitely.
That type.
They kind of, because there's so much AI art out there, they just end up looking so similar. Like, even the texture. I was just saying they are very controversial. When we talk
Yeah,
about
sadly,
AI,
Art and Style were closed down. Shez was licensed with them,
I was so
and
sad. I'm so sad. They were
she's
like a
lost.
proper little family there.
She's
They were
lost a
so
lot of income.
supportive. Yeah, I have. Not just me, other artists, because
Yeah,
they were such a family. Like we said, like the people that were doing YouTube videos on them and everything like that. Um, you tend to put so much artwork into one company, which is why I've spread myself out a little bit now. Well, the problem what I was saying earlier, Ashley, is that somebody asked me about whether an artwork was AI because they didn't know. And when I scrolled in and I circled the anomalies in the picture, it was clear to see that it was AI. But the artist in question was saying it wasn't AI. So unfortunately, you've either got to rely on the artist to be truthful about it if you are taking a no AI stance. And I know as a business model, that's not always productive for a business to say no AI. But unless you have a lot of experience, I guess, delving into AI, sometimes you just won't know. I would say that
I understand people do it for personal use.
like
If
that's
it's your
the
own
thing that annoys
personal
me.
use
Lots
and
of
that's
people could
it.
use it and go and get a custom done. Loads of people could do that. They wouldn't need to pay lots of money to companies if they just did it themselves, and it's quite easy to do. And AI is a lot more advanced now than it was, say, 2-3
It's
years ago when it first
scary.
came. Oh, yes, so scary. As I said before, companies are using it in adverts now on the telly.
Yeah, wasn't it Coca-Cola or something?
Yeah, Coca-Cola it was.
Yeah, first
So
all AI
it's a lot
advert.
more advanced, but
'Cause I was
I
sat there
can
watching the
tell.
hands.
Yeah, I can tell what's AI most of the time, and I can tell you most of the time what program that they've used, and that's only because I did do the, like I said, AI before when I was selling it for like £1 or $1, whatever you
Mm.
want to call it. Once I realised where that art came from, I researched it a lot, and I do keep abreast of it really to make sure I stay on top of it, and so that I can say to, when this person came to me yesterday or the day before and said, oh, is this artwork I could then help people and go, well, yes, it is AI. Because there are certain channels that will say we don't want to show any AI art in our kits when we're like unboxing or anything like that. So if you ever want to say no AI and then you're not sure of a piece of artwork, I'm not saying always, I'm not going to be big-headed, but most of the time I could probably tell you whether it's AI or not.
Or do what I did and just Google the artist's name, and normally all their work will come up and you can tell.
Yeah.
Like the one I
And
spotted on my group.
the other clear sign is when people are pumping out a lot of images as if it's a conveyor belt. Like I
Mm,
said, like the fast food restaurant, they're pumping them out like a fast food restaurant.
yeah, definitely, definitely. It is. It's always going to be a controversial subject, and especially as
Mm,
AI is getting scarily better and better. At first, like it was really obvious, but slowly and slowly and slowly, it is scarily getting a lot better. I
yeah.
think like that TV show, The Capture,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
kind of. It's I think it was on BBC or something. Basically, it's about manipulation of like CCTV or something, and how like these outside like hackers went in and changed CCTV.
Wow.
So one thing happened on the CCTV, but in real life something else completely happened because they hacked into the CCTV and overrid it.
Wow.
So yeah, it's kind of like I can see it going like that, how they manipulate videos
Mm.
of something stars, adult stars and
Okay,
everything, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. So as an artist show, how do you feel about artists using AI to enhance an image they've already created? Well, I think if it's your own artwork and then I suppose it's a little bit different because you're not using anybody else's artwork,
Do you know what?
really.
Craft Crash has
How
got some really good questions.
No, she's too clever. She's going to be firing them out, and we're going to be all tongue-tied.
You will
Um,
we.
I think, I personally think that if your artwork is good enough to sell as a diamond art kit, then you wouldn't need AI to enhance it.
Mm,
Probably. It's a very difficult question. However, if you are inputting your artwork into an AI system, there are some AI systems that you can change the percentage of how much it will change an actual image. So if you changed it to say 90%, there wouldn't actually be that much change. It would just tidy it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely sure. I wouldn't do it because, yeah, I just wouldn't do it. But I think I'm probably on the fence a little bit about it.
It is. See, AI is like, it's normally like you cast. It could be such an argumentative point, like religion and politics. You know, it could be one of those things that could cause a lot of arguments because there'll be the side that doesn't see an issue
Mm.
in it, and then there'll be the side that, you know, does see the issue. And it, obviously, the real artists and everything else will always be against the AI artwork. And then the AI artists will be the ones be like, what's the issue? You know,
Ash is just going to send me some.
cool beans. Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I could. Can I show this, Ashley? Would that be all right? I'll just wait for her to say,
Yeah,
because
good check.
the thing is that she sent me two pictures, one that she drew and one that she put in to see what would happen with an AI enhancement. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's hard when you're like
Oh,
crashy
yeah,
and.
don't forget to give the thumbs up. Well done.
Thank you,
Well
Momo.
done, Momo. Thank you
Okay,
so much for
let's try
reminding
and figure this
people.
out. That is what Ashley sent me. So that's what she drew at the top.
Oh, cool.
Hang on, so get a bit closer. It goes out focus, and then that's what the AI did.
That is crazy.
Now, essentially, it is the same image. The AI has used. Yeah. So, there we go. There we go. Essentially, right. What I've said is that the AI system trains on input in artwork, like we learnt with picture books when we was younger, right? So that AI image has just the AI
So I'm more than I don't know
computer
about
has
you,
used your
Chef.
artwork
I'm more
to
than
create
happy
the other
for
image.
Ashley to come in if you want Ashley to come in.
Yeah, she likes a good live.
If she wants to, she's more than welcome to come in. More the merrier. And it gives Ashley the chance to promote her channel, her
Yeah.
little shop as well.
I suppose in her case with the pictures, the AI hasn't used any other image to enhance itself. So you haven't stolen any artwork from anybody else to enhance, unless you've used something, unless you've said, oh, unless you've inputted your image and then said, make this like, I don't know, Hannah Lynn's image, then that
Mm,
would be wrong, because the AI system is then using Hannah Lynn's images and yours and combining them together. That would be not right. But if you put the picture in and then said, I don't know, make this girl more cartoonish, then
mm.
yeah, it's a very tricky one, really.
It
But it
is.
wouldn't be as bad because you're not actually using somebody else's artwork. You're using your own artwork. Oh, she said all she did was upload and simply said enhance this image.
Don't bite. Told you he's a devil.
Maybe I would say with AI, I'm probably from more of a negative point of view, really, but maybe I would say with AI is like this is what I was saying about AI, Crashy, because it's so easy for anybody to do it. It's not
Yeah,
difficult for anyone to do it.
I could do it.
So
Although
yeah,
I
so
have
why
got a free app on my phone, which I
you can
will
yeah,
play with, but I've never
yeah,
actually, you know, done anything with it. You know, because I've sometimes sent it to Shez and said, look what I just did this time, you know, messing around, you know, but not, I would never ever actually like go, oh, I'm an artist, because I could never do what Shez does. You know, give me a plant pot and I'm happy, a plain pot plant pot, and I will make random stuff like I will decorate, you
so
know,
pretty.
So give me that, give me random stuff. I will decorate that with my spare drills, but I'm not an artist like Shez, and actually do the artwork.
Oh, my plug's come undone. Hang on. Oh, it just said I had like 2% on my laptop. I had a bit of a panic then. Just that
Oh.
I've not got the there we go. It's charging now. Got a bit stressed then. Yeah, it does have a lot of grey areas.
Mm.
It is a tricky one. I think if you're not using, if you just wrote enhance this image, it's not as bad. But if you're, like you said, it said to you, it went against the standards of whatever program you're using, then obviously that's a good program because it's saying you can't use other people's images.
Mm. Yeah, it is definitely. I think we could speak and talk about AI for hours.
Oh, we could. I tell you what, the first problem I had with it was because I was, I, I don't make a lot of money with my art. We've discussed this before.
Yeah.
With kits and things, I probably make about £4 to £6. At least you're honest about it.
Mm.
Yeah, I roughly make £4 to £6, which is probably about what $7 or $8 per kit when I sell it. And I don't sell like I'm not up there with the top artists. I don't sell a lot. And so then I was in this diamond art company, and this other person came along, and she would just pump out these images. They were full of errors.
Oh, I don't know if I know the
Yeah,
company.
and her sales were through the roof. And I just thought, all she's doing is typing something into a computer and it's popping the image out for her. How is that? She wasn't even inputting an image like you did, Crashly. She's just typing something. How is that fair that I've spent hours and days?
Which
Because
any
if you
Tom,
work
Dick,
it
and
out,
Harry with fingers can
you can
do.
do it, yeah. Because if you work it out, whatever I make on art, if you work that out as an hourly rate, I'm working for like 2p or something. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So why is it fair that somebody then, if I take, I don't know, 2 days to make an image, like one image, but in that time, someone who uses AI is making 20 images and has sold all those 20 images. Why, why, how is that fair, really? Because there's not been any hard work put in the art program. You could literally type in, make me a picture of a dragon with a girl sitting on top of it, and a magnificent image could pop up. Are you going to have a look at that one?
I don't know how to share my screen like that. Let me look on my phone. I can save it. So who am I? Mrs. Butter's artist room was borrowed by Vanessa.
The lady that used to run Art and Soul with Melissa, what's her name? What's her name? Can't remember her name now.
Oh, Jessica.
Jessica.
Or Leah.
No, Jessica. She has started a new company called Ever After Diamond Painting.
Oh, bless
And
her.
she is strictly no AI. She doesn't want any AI in there at all. So that's one company at least, I guess. But some people like AI. There are some people that won't use AI. Won't use companies that do AI. I'm gonna search this person now, like you are. I want to know who it is.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, I keep messing up. It keeps changing the D to a small d. I can't spell.
Is it still on there? Yeah, that's what is it
Oh,
called?
I know the artist route. So the one with the girl by the window painting, yeah?
Oh, I can't see it on there.
I can. It's on Diamond Art Club.
Oh,
That
okay.
one. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
What I'd do, Miss? I'm
I've
having
noticed
naughties.
I'm not going to say who it is, but there's a artist. She is phenomenal. When she draws, it probably takes her ages, but she is a phenomenal artist. And just recently, she has started doing AI artwork, and I can't for the life fathom I can't fathom for the life of me why she started doing that when her artwork is so amazing. I'm not going to say who it is, but what did Crash say? If I can upload my drawing and enhance it any way I want, then anyone can enhance any image, including other artists' existing work. Not saying
I
that happens, I don't know.
instantly see what they mean.
Is it very different to what she would normally
It,
do, or
I don't know. I'd never seen Vanessa Locks before in my life. Or I'd seen the other one on DAC. Let me. So, shall I show the? I think it'll be about 30-second delay. So I show the Diamond Art Club one first.
yeah?
Right. Oi, cat, get off the wires! Told you he's the devil. Image file.
AI is easily accessible
Right.
to everyone. That's what I'd say.
This is the DAC one.
Dun dun dun.
Come on. Impaired file type. Ugh.
I was going to start singing a bit of Bjork then. It's oh so quiet, so still.
It's gonna be a pain in the bum now, isn't it?
We have spoken quite a lot about AI, haven't we, tonight? It's such a
Yes.
massive topic, even not just for
Same.
artists, but throughout the whole diamond art
Type.
community anyway.
It's gonna be a pain in the bum, isn't it? Cat, will you get off the wire before you electrocute yourself? Chedrick, it is a wire. If you electrocute yourself, you'll be an even more fuzzy kitten. I apologise.
Are Diamond Art Club very vocal
Right.
or very upfront about who uses AI in their company? Because we know about Eau Claire, but do they say that they use AI in their company?
I don't know. Right. For some reason, this is playing silly buggers and will not let me upload this.
So do you think this one is AI then that you're trying to load up?
It's not letting me. Right. So
You have to have a little look
the
at it separately.
I'll just have to show you on my phone. Let me take this down.
Amy says they might put a disclaimer on the ones that might have it says the artist may have used
That's
generative
the
AI to
Vanessa
enhance
one.
their. Oh, okay. I'd
And
have to really
then
scroll in to have a look.
let me just right. So that's let me change this to false to us false. Right, okay. That's the Diamond Art Club one.
Yeah, and then show me the other one again. Wow, okay. That's so close, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like with the colour palettes and everything.
I could
So,
definitely see where it was instantly
wow. And who
sort
did that
of
one? Was it the Eau Claire
it,
Studios or?
no, this one is Vanessa something, and that one's Mrs. Buttersd, was it, guys?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they do. Amy is right. I have seen that. They do
Oh,
put a
okay.
little disclaimer at the bottom saying the artist may use the computer to enhance.
That makes me kind of sad, really. That I did reach out to Diamond Art Club and they didn't want any of my artwork. That makes me quite sad that that they
Yeah,
didn't want my
because
artwork.
Diamond Art Club, every time 9 times out of 10, they show a darker piece,
Yeah,
it sells out instantly, you
I
know.
think
And I,
my
I think if
some
they
might
just
be
took on
similar.
one and does a tester, that'd be
Yeah,
amazing for you.
I'd love that. You know, the
Yeah,
other
just one.
company that
That's
I'd love to be with is Bella. I'd love that.
better.
But
Yeah.
she doesn't have a lot of dark art in their
But
pieces.
if Bella took you on, then sadly DOC won't take you on because
No,
there's
that's
not
fine. She,
apparently something going on between them. I don't know.
I
I
think
don't follow everything, but I heard there's something happened in the past or something.
I don't think I don't think DOC would even look at me because I'm not popular enough, you know, and they really want popular
It's a
ones, don't they?
shame because I'm
But
pretty like I think like you said earlier, the amount of artists that are waiting for that break that aren't
there
their
is
own
loads. There is
artists.
so much out there. I can't, like that's the one thing I loved about Art and Soul. I know I keep coming back to them, but I was, and even when Jessica was there, I was sending them artist suggestions, and a couple of those they picked up because the artist wanted to work with them.
Yeah,
And some of those, you know, have gone on to do phenomenal things. There's so many, like we were saying about Mariella, like her artwork was completely different to everything else out there.
mm,
And that's what you need. You need to pick up these artists that they just have a little scroll. Some of them haven't got, some of them are like me, haven't got a lot of followings. You know, I've got like 600 on my Facebook page. But their art is phenomenal, and it would look brilliant in diamond art kits.
yeah,
But I don't know what it is. I don't know why they don't. Maybe it's just they haven't got the staff in, you know, because a lot of these diamond art companies are small businesses,
yeah.
and they've got to
Like
order the
Art and
kit.
Soul, it was
They've
just
got
two
to,
of
yeah,
them the whole
exactly.
time.
They haven't got time to approach different artists and things like that, and I get that, but there's so much good art out there that's just not, that I think would be awesome to use. We see it all the time on groups, don't we, where diamond art groups, where people say, oh, I've got this custom done, this artist, like Graham used to have a friend that was an artist, and he used to get her artwork all the time made up in
Yeah.
customs, like, and her art it looked amazing in diamond art kit. So
Yeah,
it's
because
just such a
that one
shame that,
he's recently finished of the Joker and Harley Quinn.
oh, I haven't seen that one, but
He
that's
he
quite
had
a
it
big
years ago, and I
property.
mean years ago. It was that one that he
Yeah.
he got years ago,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and the one I'm pretty sure I edited it, straightened it out, and everything because he had the artist's permission to use it. And he'd
I
finally
love
just
that.
finished that one.
I love it when people like, I love seeing the customs where people have gone directly to the artist to say, oh, can I have this piece as a custom? I don't mind if some of my pieces are not licensed, and I've I've sent them to you before.
That's what I've done. Yeah,
Alina, I've sent loads to Alina where I've just sent her ones that she can get done as customs because she loves, you know, doing customs and
mm.
things. And obviously I sold a lot when I was doing my auctions that people could get done as
Oh,
customs.
good. Yeah, I've got so many of your artwork,
I
sat
love
in
that.
my file my Google file that you put together on mine. I've got so many pieces there, it's just slowly having time and the money to thingy, like I said to you, I'd love, love, love to make my own company and get smaller artists in and the ones that would really, really appreciate it. Because honestly, I know there are some amazing bigger artists out there, and they've worked hard to get what they've got. They really, really have worked bloody
Yeah.
hard over these years, to get where they are. But I'd love to start my own company, but I know it's hard work and everything, and working full time, I don't think I'd have the time personally.
No,
But
I
I'd
think you definitely need to be,
love to be able to do that and showcase the smaller artists, even if each artist only had five of each.
yeah,
Like I can understand, like Art Song had so many different images. It must have been hard for their manufacturer to keep up,
yeah,
because there was a lot they had. I tried to think how many actual kits they had that you could have purchased
yeah.
at the
I
end.
think I
I
had
know it
something
was
like
made to order.
I think I had something like 140 images on Art and Soul. And you think
and that's
like
just
not
you
even,
alone.
yeah, not
And
even
then,
a quarter of those are now licensed. There's
and obviously
just,
Hannah Lynn had loads as well.
yeah,
Like
oh yeah, a big
every
catalogue of hers.
couple of like she had coming out each day. Um, before she left Art and Soul, and then all the other artists as well. You know, like oh, who's that one? Can't think of her name now.
What artwork did she have?
Oh, she had like the one who had the Care Bears.
Oh, Regan.
Regan Cubic,
Regan.
that's it. She had
Yeah.
like lighter and darker images. So she had the
Yes, yeah.
cutesy and she had the darker as well. And
Oh, I love her
you know,
artwork.
oh, it's so brilliant, isn't it?
So,
Absolutely gorgeous.
oh, amazing.
Especially how Art and Soul, like for example, the Care Bear ones,
Yeah,
how they put the where they put the ABs and all that. They always put them in the stars. And
yeah.
they really made them stars
Made
pop.
it
And they always
pop,
made sure them stars were all ABs.
yeah.
And they were so careful where they put it.
What did Kerry say? Wow,
Oh,
that's a little bit of gossip, isn't it?
okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Can they send me cheap kits, please? Because, like,
She's
I'm
rubbing
trying to
you
save
out.
up for my holiday, Kerry.
I was looking, right, I know you wanted viscous, didn't you? And I was looking, I was like, right, could I buy you viscous?
Well, you don't
Um,
have to do that.
well, I was looking at it, but it was nearly £100. Well, I think it worked out, it wasn't nearly 100, it's about £78 with shipping, because shipping was like £20. I mean, it's not their fault, is it? Because shipping from America is quite expensive. I was
Oh,
actually
they're
looking,
coming from America and not drop
yeah,
shipping. Oh
and
my days.
she hand
And
renders it
then
all.
and then on top of that, you'd have to pay import charges.
Yeah, babe.
It's
I thought,
like
oh, sorry, I can't buy
when
that now.
no, no, definitely don't be silly. It's like when where's my tray? Right, see, Wanda sent me this tray, yeah, from Nix's Notions,
All right,
and a
yeah.
few other little bits and pieces, some little sweets and stickers and little bits and pieces, yeah. I had to pay £30 import charge.
Oh my goodness. That
Yeah,
is
that's how bad
crazy.
the import charges are, which is why, I'm grateful for DAC because they pay them import
Yeah,
charges.
yeah. That's what Art and Soul used to pay the import charges. That's
Yeah,
why they used to offer free shipping. That is crazy. I would
yeah.
have just left it there. I would have said, no, sorry, I
I
was
didn't. I thought I didn't know what Wanda had sent. I
no.
didn't know she sent me like thingy or like what I did for her. When I sent her that massive box of goodies,
Yeah, yeah.
I sent that big box of English
All of the
snacks and
food
Easter
things, yeah.
eggs and stuff like that. Like, I obviously it was a surprise what she was sending me, and then I get through the post an import charge of 30 quid. I'm like, 30 quid,
Wow.
oh my
I
god.
was actually gonna. I was looking. I'm like. I know. I don't know if Crash is still on here. I'm just gonna ask my partner to bring me a cup of tea up because I'm a bit thirsty.
I know my husband left for work, he didn't even make me
Tea
one.
up, please. Still live. I was gonna get you the release papers from Crash Liz for viscous. I can't remember how much. I think it was like £9. But I wasn't so bad because it's only release papers. So I thought, I will treat you to those when I next get some money. I'm going to get you the
No, don't be
viscous.
silly.
I'm
Don't be
going to get you
silly.
the viscous
Don't be
because
silly. Don't
viscous
be
was my
silly.
model.
You give me enough as it is.
I'm going to get them for her from Crafts with Crashly. I've got so much. Actually,
What?
I've got a couple of manipulations with Crashly. But
Hmm.
most of it is my digital drawing because they seem to translate well on the release papers, and we've just
Yeah,
released
because
a
and I
kitten.
suppose where they're bright and colourful as well.
Yeah,
I
and
reckon
that's the thing.
Electra
Like,
might look good. Have you thought about Electra?
I don't even know if I've got the original picture of Electra. I'll
Oh
have to
dear.
like scour everything.
I
But quite often I get people say, "Oh, I really love your artwork, but I wouldn't want to do it in Diamond Dark Heat. Like I like looking at it." And then so I thought, oh, maybe people would want to do them with release papers, maybe because that way they haven't got to pay out for a full kit. I think if I remember rightly, Crashly has the my two fairies, the black lady fairy, and the white lady fairy, and they've got their top halves out. It's like a LGBT piece. I don't know if you remember that piece. I did it a while ago now. She has that one, so she has that manipulation. I can't remember what the other one is.
What, the male ones?
No, it's two females. There's like a, I don't know if I can get it up on my phone to show you. Let me.
I might recognise it as soon as you show me it.
When I show you, you'll remember what it is.
I honestly think Electra, because of their bright hair.
I'll do it with the censored thing on because we don't want to get told off.
Oh yes, I remember that one.
Yeah, so Crashy has that one.
I reckon. I honestly think
there.
Electra look bloody brilliant.
We have this one, which I love.
Yes, I like that one.
I was trying to save them all. And then obviously Viscous and Bertie.
My little Viscous, my girl. I'm proud of that one, I am. Or Jamaican Dreams will look good.
Yeah, I'll have to find that one actually, because that was sent to Art and Soul for a while ago. I'd forgotten that you did that one.
It's so bright.
Yeah.
So I reckon the bright
for me.
The proper bright ones will look best.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to find. There were some of my early pieces. You can notice how different I think my artwork has got better since I did Electra, or now called Gemma, because I've called her after you now. You can see how much I've progressed, I think, with my artwork, how different it's got.
But like I always say to you, there's like some of your pieces that you do that always would just hit with me instantly, like the Don't Look Back.
And what about the other one that with
Break the Silence?
No, not that one. What's that one?
That one.
Oh yeah, no, I do love that one. And Pam Diamond Painting has the full colour one of that, not the
yes, they do. One. Yeah, that one. Well, I've special permission.
Yes. No, it's the other one with the purple dress.
Oh yeah, I was just pulling that one up.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I really love that one. Yeah, I really like that one.
What's it called again?
I don't. Put the past is behind me.
The past is behind us.
Oh yes, yeah, that's it.
So I could see that one like the back of a wedding dress as well.
Yeah, I did that in green as well.
Yeah, like a wedding theme.
Somebody wanted it changed into green. And I changed the dress into green. How many people do we have online, Gemma?
8, apparently.
Wow.
So we haven't scared them all off of our random dribble.
Kerry said she used to get pictures from Holland, but the import charges were ridiculous. Do you know what I've been trying to find? Because obviously finding the American companies is pretty easy when you Google them. And I've been trying to find some in, Europe that maybe might license me.
Have you tried Diamond Paint Deutschland?
Yeah, so I messaged them. They didn't get back to me. Just
rude.
Didn't get back to me. I think
just say, look, Gemma buys your advent calendar and shows it and get thousands of things and gets loads of people want to buy the advent calendar because she shows it on her channel and she pays for that. So come on, chop, 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 chop. She gets your sales, so endorse me, yeah?
I was with, I don't know if you remember, I was with an Australian company. What was that called?
Uniquely Yours Down Under.
Yeah, and then she just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, she disappeared the same with another UK company, didn't she?
Yeah. And then I don't know any other Australian ones. I think, is Raven Australian? Oh no, Aurora Diamond Painting. She also does her own. I think I've got them mixed up. I think Raven doesn't do their own artwork, they do
obviously
some of it.
There are a couple of other small companies I see on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I know, for example, one of them is very toxic. Very, very toxic to the point.
Send me that in a text, so I don't join them.
Yeah, I will. I know Kerry had a lot of issues with them. They were bullying, and they actually tried giving trouble to a really big creator on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
It's really, really big creator.
Because there's so many little companies out there And it's not like I want to join a massive company. I'm just trying to spread
No,
myself into it. And I've got so many people on my page that there's a lady from Denmark there. So I'd like to try and branch out into Europe and
the
find
one with
more
the diamond
that
art
way.
does have Chez's work, a few pieces of her pieces.
Yeah, the one
Diamond
with
Art
diamond
Studio
does,
rejected, I believe.
yeah. They didn't want me. That's my tier list.
Diamond Art Studio do prefer
Fluffy.
mainly their traditional, like hand drawn artists, don't they?
Yeah. Which is why, I mean, I've tried to branch out a bit, which is why we've got Gary the goat now. I've tried to branch out a lot more. And you're still laughing about Gary.
Did you nearly swear then?
No,
Oh, you did then.
I'm just having my tea now. Thank you.
Oh, tell him to bring me one because my husband rudely went to work without making me one.
One. He's like, oh, she's been chatting for nearly 3 hours. I'm out of here.
I know,
Yeah,
it's
so
like 20.
that's one of the reasons why I've tried to branch out a little bit into my digital drawings to try and get a bit more try and what's the word? Trying to appeal to more companies. That's what I wanted to do. Trying to appeal to more companies. But I haven't really had a lot of that. Oh, this is the one that Crashly has just released as a release paper.
That's cute. That is
that
cute.
one. And that
Still
one,
not my viscous though.
No. This one is licensed to Enablers Outposts, that one. But yeah, just trying to, I mean, I started off just doing the animals when I was just doodling and drawing, and then I went a bit mental and a bit crazy. So I did this one. You're laughing because the eyes are so big. Oh, Amy, did you like my what one did she like?
I shouldn't laugh, but a lion's male is wearing a dress. I know it can be what he wants to be, but it just threw me.
A lion can be a female.
Yeah, but they don't have manes.
What?
Female lions don't have manes.
Well, I have a child that is trans, right? So
That's
I can
fine.
confidently say that this lion is supporting with the rainbow the LGBT community.
I forgot about this rainbow. I'm so sorry.
So rude.
I'm so sorry. Honestly, I just saw the lion and the dress, and I was like, "But male lion's a thingy. It's a girl."
Maybe I need to practice doing eyes. I don't know if you saw that one.
I like that.
Well, the legs were spread a bit wide, but after I'd done it, and I thought, well, I'm not going to change that now. Oh, look, Amy says it's it can have a mane.
Of course it can have a mane. I apologise.
My lion with a mane is licensed to Pam now, so that'll be what Pam's doing is releasing. So a while back, Pam bought a lot of my artwork. I'll just explain.
She did, didn't she?
Bought a lot of my artwork, and then decided not to sell it anymore, which is fine. But then asked if if I wanted to work with her again. So she is re-releasing ones that she bought outright from me, and then she has a few pieces now that she will then release where I'll get paid commission for them because she hasn't bought those ones outright. So that'll be exciting to see myself spread out just a little bit more. Well, the trouble with Kerry is that there are two companies on TikTok that are not good at all. It's very wary, isn't it, to sell and buy on TikTok. I have bought some dresses, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, watch out for that magpie diamond. They're so dodgy, it's unreal.
Awful, dodgy.
I know.
I only buy stuff on TikTok if they let me use PayPal. I won't buy anything from TikTok unless I can use PayPal because I think if they steal my money, I'm not going to be able to get it back.
That's true.
I think most of the companies on there are like Temu and Shein, really. They'll have cheap dresses and things like that, like Temu. What do you call it, Temu or Temu?
I call it Temu.
Oh, okay.
Would you call it posh one?
Temu.
It's like, mind you, it's like this thing I brought from
So what is
magpie.
that? Explain that to me.
It's you roll your kit in it, so you haven't got a big bit flapping down and all that. Like for example, I've now got my art desk, and do you know what? That's a bloody good little thing. That
I've never
is.
seen that before.
It's a fiver
Oh
from Kerry
wow.
Shop,
Wow.
and do you know what? I bloody brilliant that is. Like that's kept me like trying to get used to this art desk and everything. Because I tried working from the top this time. I worked my way down instead of middle down,
Oh, okay.
middle up. Because I'm going to flip it round upside down. So I thought I'm going to try working from the top down because I wasn't quite sure how I'd be able to do that, and you know what, how my brain works. I'm a weirdo, but it it's honestly a really good. I'm pretty sure other places sell them too. But yeah,
Never seen that before.
if you don't want your artwork hanging over the edges and all that, these are blinking good. You know, little things. I bought mine from Magpie when I did my little haul in March, which I only posted yesterday because I got scared of doing videos, posting them live, posting them on YouTube. I don't know why. Stupid
Um,
anxiety.
no, it's a killer, isn't it? Suffocating.
Mm.
If there is one, I'm going to ask you a question. If you could create one tool that would help with diamond art or would make it better, what tool do you think you would want or need to either help you make it easier or I don't know, like
Do you know what I'd love to see? A kit that comes separate, like not in one big slice, that you can easily stick together.
oh okay, yeah.
That makes
So you do
sense.
yeah,
So, like for example,
like a
for
story really, like a
yeah,
storyboard.
like for example, this kit is 70 by 70. So if it's split into 30 by 35s, think how much easier that would be to work on that kit
Yeah.
instead of it
How would
like
you stick it together?
I don't know, it's what I mean, like with a way to easily stick it together.
Yeah. To make it floor seamless.
Yeah, that would be like something I would like to love to see.
I think
Like,
a lot of the times, like people say, like you said earlier, you don't hang your art anywhere, artwork, like the diamond art kits up anywhere because you ain't got enough room. I don't know if people do it, but I'd like to see people sell sets of things. Like if it was like, I know they do it on Amazon, but like where an artist will make something that's very similar altogether, like I've got greed, jealousy, and anger. They are a set of images. I'd like a company to sell them as a set so that people could have a set hanging up. They go, right, okay, well, all this artwork goes together. Do you know what I mean?
oh
I don't know
yeah,
if
I
I
love
explained that
like for
rightly.
example, like the season trees,
Yeah.
like spring, summer, autumn, winter.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that as from an actual licensed company instead, that'd be good.
Yeah. I'd like to see something like that, I think. And what I found, I know Magpie does a lot of accessories and a lot of things like the one
I
that you
love a
showed with the
putty.
butterfly. I
Yeah.
love that, but not a lot of companies sell bits like that. But if you haven't got a lot of money, then I like little things like that.
Mind you, they are very quite expensive though.
Oh,
See,
okay.
that's why people tend to buy the unlicensed kits from Timu and that. Because on Timu, you can buy an unlicensed kit for about £2.
Wow.
And
Is
I
it good
think,
quality?
I've never worked on a kit from Timu, a normal kit. I've only ever worked from the actual,
That could be your next video then.
you know, it's because I'm so scared I buy the wrong thing and it's I licensed by an
Is it just
artist
yeah? Oh, okay.
and I end up getting a copyright strike. Honestly, that worries me. Oh yeah, Kerry, I wanted to ask you about your new trays. Can you do where's my I don't even know where my tray is now. Like the size of a normal white tray, the big one though, like the one I use, the size I use. I put down my tray somewhere. I don't know what I've done with it, and I'm really annoyed with myself now. I blame you, Shez.
Thank you.
I don't know what I've done with
Amy
it now.
Amy says the Temu kits are awful.
Oh, are they? I've never tried an actual kit from Temu, so
A lot
thank
of
you,
people
Amy.
rave about them, don't they? In some of the groups,
Yeah,
and I just think
a
some
lot of
of them
people
are
say,
so
"Oh, they're brilliant."
small.
Mind you, the thing is, though, do people, well, the ones who really say they're brilliant, have they only worked on Temu
Yeah,
kits
maybe. Yeah, maybe we're
and
just a bit
not
spoiled.
like kits? Like, for example, I used to get all my kit, my customs from ASIC-USD. The rendering's lovely. Never had an issue with the rendering from AliExpress, but they use double-sided tape. I can't go
Oh,
back
okay.
to that now.
No, you've been spoilt with poured
I've
glue
been
now.
spoiled with the glue, honestly. And
And the
once you
satin
start,
canvases.
sorry,
Did you have the satin canvas one when Art and Soul did the satin canvases?
yes,
Did
I
you?
had one.
What was that like to work on? Were
So
you
nice,
spoilt with
Jamaican
that? Yeah.
Dreams.
Oh,
I
okay.
was
Yeah.
one of the first ones to get one.
Wow.
It was such a nice canvas. It
Oh, see,
was, it
Amy said
was.
that there. She's done better. Now she's done better companies. She cannot do Temu as they look blurry and pixelated.
Yeah, I
See
found
that?
like,
See that?
example, another company last year asked me to review a kit for them, and they had a lot of colours. I had to give up because I couldn't read it.
Oh no.
And I do wonder, like, obviously, I found out I need glasses for reading now, but surely my eyesight can't be that bad,
Did
like
you feed
reading.
that back to the company?
I did say I was struggling with it, and I was
Oh,
still trying to persevere with it, but they're closed down now anyway. But um, you know, it's definitely been, it was definitely harder because like I could. I think where there was so many colours is where they had to use some really random symbols. So I really did
yeah.
struggle with like what I could actually like read. Obviously, I found out a couple of months ago I need glasses for reading now. I didn't realise I was that blind, to be honest. You know, but
We all knew
I
because
don't.
you're dodgy placing, but we didn't want to tell you.
My placing's still dodgy now as it is. I cannot for the life of me get my drill. Like you see these people, yeah, who post these dead, dead, dead straight
Yeah.
drills, completely perfectly placed, and I'm thinking, how do they do that?
Do you think it's harder to place the squares than the rounds? Because you like squares,
No,
don't you? Do you like
no.
squares?
Yeah, I prefer
Yeah.
squares. Squares is my favourite, but I found rounds messier.
Really?
I think it's because I multi-place. That's my problem.
Yeah, probably. And they tend to have more spaces in, so you're kind of a little bit more gappy, aren't they, than the
Yeah,
squares? So, why do you think there's so many diamond art companies that have crashed and burned? Because there's been a lot recently.
partly sales,
Yeah,
partly artists. I think you know artists and shops are gonna fall out. It happens. We've seen it happen in the last year. Quite a few
yeah,
artists and shops. You yourself, you have left like other companies because they did not believe in the same things as like AI. To be honest,
yeah,
too much of one thing was used that you did not like, which is understandable as your choice. Like it is with the artist choices. Like I think, like obviously, some of them closed down because of the amount of hate, which I would never send anybody hate. I have fallen out with a company before in the past, and they sent the hate my way. And I mean, really sent, as you saw,
yeah,
you know, and they really said. So my personal opinion is, I won't work at that company again. I don't even
yeah,
mention that company. That company doesn't exist to me. If other people want to work for them, fine, go ahead. It's all good. You know, but it is like. It just seems to be like some companies just are gunning for other companies, which I have seen on TikTok,
Yeah.
and they have been called out, you know. Um, oh yeah, Amy says a lot of people using the rulers, but
Oh,
the
okay.
square ones would drive me nuts. The square rulers, they're like a cross shape.
Oh, okay. I've
They
not seen
drive me
them before.
nuts. Yeah, they're.
No.
I personally wouldn't use them, but most probably, yeah. Um, but yeah,
It's a
Amy
shame where
makes Amy makes a good point.
there's
Yeah,
a shame that there's so much toxic in the diamond art community when it's meant to be a calming hobby, and lots of people choose it because it's calming for them.
yeah.
It's a shame there's so much toxic stuff in them.
Oh yeah,
How
diamond
many
painting
different
community.
rulers are there?
There's two types. There's one for round, so it's all round dots,
Yeah.
and then the square ones are like shaped by crosses.
Oh, okay.
Let me, let
No, I don't know
me.
why I haven't seen them anywhere.
They've been around years.
Laura said, "Do I diamond paint?" No, I don't. And I tried, but I get really bad backache. You might see me like stretching a bit because I'm just sitting on my bed and I've got like pillows stacked up against my
Sh-
back. I do get super
She
bad
just got to the point
back.
she used to send them to me.
Yeah, I did. I did do my spares, didn't I? Do you remember I painted?
Yes, she did.
It's a
You're
really funny
dull.
idea. But I bought a Barbie and I painted it because I wanted it to sit as like sit on my I like having plants in the house and I wanted to sit on the plant pot. So I got this Barbie off of Vinted. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
the bottom one's a square one, and the top one
Yeah.
is a round one.
Wow. Yeah. So I got this Barbie cheap off of Vinted, I think it was. And I painted her in black and then I dyed her hair bright pink. And then I got some ABs from Prism, didn't I? And then
Yeah.
I don't even know where it is. I didn't even do a follow-up video because I did video myself doing it. And so I
Did you
basically
finish her?
covered. Yeah, I did finish it. I bought 2 Barbs in the end, but I only did one. So I could do that on my lap and sit on the sofa.
Mm.
But and so because it was smaller, I didn't have to stretch too much. I wasn't hurting my back too much. And yeah, so then I coated the Barbie in basically AB. So a bright pink hair, completely black, and then the ABs all over it. It looked quite good actually. I don't know where it's gone. I didn't put it in my plant pot. I
So
should
one
have
of
put it.
those Barbie heads would have looked cool doing that.
What do you mean? Like
You
a.
know, the hairstyling Barbie
Oh
head
yeah,
things.
yeah. See,
That
I've
would have
given
looked
you
well
a little
cool.
idea now. You could do that, couldn't you?
No, 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 love, you can do that.
I just
You
ain't
like
got
the
time
creepy
for it.
doll heads.
I don't know why, because it would creep me out in the house. But I quite like the idea of that.
Yeah,
I
I'll,
don't
I'll
know.
stick to my random things I decorate, like plant pots and making vases and all stuff like that.
I do, Laura. I do actually do art club in a school, and I was saying to Gemma that I think it was last year I bought the art dot diamond art stickers, and so they're still in my cupboard, ready to use. I've got to wait until I take the older children, and then I might be brave enough to do that because I couldn't do a whole kit. They wouldn't have the concentration to be able to do even a mini kit. I don't think. I
See,
have done actually. We did do the Christmas decorations. I did those.
yeah, you
I
did,
don't know
didn't
where I
you?
got those. Yeah, we did those in art club. So I'm
I
better at
think you
smaller
got them
projects. Did I
from.
buy them from Magpie?
Yeah, I think you got them from Kerry.
Yeah, I think I
The little
must have done.
red and white ones.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and they were so easy because there wasn't many. They were so easy for the kids to do, and it didn't
Yeah,
matter if they got them wrong. And there was loads of extra drills with them.
yeah.
So yeah, I can't do big kits. My partner has a massive one from Prism. It's like of 2 tigers or snow leopards, I think it is. But he hasn't got round to doing that because he's just too busy. But we have tried it. It's just I can't sit for too long. I have to keep getting
No.
up.
So
I
you was doing
haven't got
that
the
flowery one,
concentration.
weren't you?
Was I doing a flowery one?
I think so. I know you started a big kit and you
Oh
got so
no, I know
far
what
on
I
it.
did. It was the one with the lady, the book lover one, where you got the picture of the lady with the glasses, and then she says about loving books on her. Can't remember what that one's called. Something about it's a girl with glasses. She had her hair up in like a bun, bit on top of her head, and then
Yeah.
it had writing about loving books or something, because I'm a total bookworm. So I started that one, and I think I've got a video on my TikTok. One of the first videos I did on my TikTok is of me doing that one. I don't know where that one is. Don't know where that's gone. And the
No.
kids and the older two, because I've got 3 children, the older two did do one. I think one did a skull, and then the other one did playing like skull playing cards. So we just got those off Amazon, the cheap ones.
Yeah.
And like so, Graham, my partner, he finds it relaxing, but I can't find it relaxing because I'm just sitting with like backache all the time. So then I'm not relaxed. And where so I've got my laptop on my little laptop tray, and I can sit on the sofa with my cushions behind me, and then I'm comfortable then.
Yeah.
But I think because I've done a bit and I've learnt quite a lot from talking to people. Um, Now my art has changed a little bit, like I said earlier, didn't I? Where I'm trying to be a bit more careful about, so there's not so much confetti as there would have been before, because I used to add like a lot of atmosphere to my artwork,
Mm.
or something like that, and I try and rein that in a little bit now so that they're more suitable for diamond art.
Yeah.
I actually
Definitely.
reached out to an embroidery company.
I was going to suggest that to you, and a paint by
Yeah,
numbers company.
I haven't done a paint by numbers, but I reached out to an embroidery company that somebody asked me if I did them embroidery kits, and they turned me down. They said my artwork wasn't for them, but then they suggested another company, but she said they wasn't taking on artists at the moment. So I was thinking, and then Crashy said to me about branching out to puzzles, because some artists sell their artwork on jigsaw puzzles. There's companies that just sell jigsaw puzzles, so that's definitely something maybe to look into. I'm an awful seller, and so that I can print my artwork on any product, but I'm so bad at selling myself. I've not really put the effort
It's
into
just the
doing that.
confidence, isn't it?
Yeah, I just think, oh, why would anyone want my artwork on a mug or on a notebook? Or I have done stickers though, haven't I? Like the stickers come out
Yes.
quite well. I've done
The
those
stickers
before with
come
my
out
art.
nice.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm glad with Crashly now that people can still get my artwork even if it's just in release papers. Because sometimes my artwork does have to be big. I mean, obviously my digital drawings can be a lot smaller now, but the
Yeah.
manipulation artwork tends to come out of quite a big kit, and not everybody loves a big kit. And so that's why I'm grateful now for Crashly, that they can be put into, if people wanted them, they could be put into release papers. They could still have my
Yeah,
artwork.
they can have a smaller
Yeah,
version that, and
smaller
that can be
version of
used again and again and again and again.
what the release papers can.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, normally they can be.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Unless you're Gemma and you somehow manage to stick them on, so they end up coming off wrong and you end up rolling up in a ball, like in a little tight tube, and they just don't stay down no more. So then Gemma gives up with them and just leaves the plastic on the actual kit in the first place because she seems to mess it up every single
Yeah.
time.
I was watching a video the other day on YouTube of someone with, and they were showing the different plastics. They had like some older kits from some
Oh,
company
and
they'd bought
then
off
yeah,
ages ago, and it was like really, it was just really thin plastic
yeah,
covering. Yeah,
yeah.
and then
This
there was
is
like, oh, okay,
that is really thin.
and then you've got some newer companies that have got like they're a lot thicker. They're a lot better.
I'm not sure if like the newer companies you can stick both ways, but this one you can only stick one way.
Oh, okay.
And if you
That
stick
is
it the
very
other
thin, isn't
way,
it?
it's very, very thin, this one.
Wow.
Um, we might have degraded as well over the time because I think I've had it 2 or 3 years. But
Do you think the thinner ones created more static on the diamond art kits? Like, would it
I've
stick a bit?
noticed that
Or
it's always the drills that I've always find the static on.
I know when people like reviewing kits, it's always the 310s that have like the bit of junk in, don't they? It just seems to always be
Yeah, it's always the three
dirty.
tens, and I always say it is something I expect out of 310s. 310s never a bit of junk in it. You know, if it did, it doesn't bother me because I've only ever had one kit, and the 310s was so bad. I literally have to make a little sieve
Oh
and
no.
shake out because obviously a normal sieve for me at home was too small, and obviously a colander the holes were too big. So I had to make a paper cupcake case and poke holes in it so the drills would stay in. And I was
Oh,
shaking all the crap out of it just so I can use the thing. And this was an Ever Moment kit before they got big.
oh, okay.
Before they got really, really popular. But back then, the packaging was beautiful, but the kits, they weren't all that great. Well, the quality of the drills weren't that great. I don't know if anybody here, like from years and years and years ago, will remember squishy drills.
Squishy.
They went. There was a time. I can't remember how long ago it was. I'll see if I can find posts on Facebook anywhere. But then we had an issue with squishy drills. Literally, you could squish the drills. Like there was an issue at the factory or something. So like I said, there's only
Oh,
so many companies that make these drills.
yeah.
And the quality of these drills were terrible. And literally, you'd put your pen in on the drill and squish it, and it was like a little squishy. There was an
Wow.
issue with the drill. So someone tried obviously making cheaper drills, I reckon, and it didn't work out right. But yeah, literally, some of the drills in the pack would be squishy. I don't know
You
if
know
anybody.
what I'd like to see you do is like a kit with neon colours. I think you should do something like that.
That'd be cool.
I know, like Becca Tyndall has her neon artwork, doesn't she? That's quite
Does she?
luminous. Yeah, it's
That would
quite
actually
bright.
be quite
But
cool, actually, to do a kit with bright
hers would be
colours.
massive. Yeah, I'd like to see you do that. I think.
Because you know me, I tend to do the darker style kits.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll do a lighter, fluffy one, but I do tend to do the darker kits. Mind you, I think if I'm so new, that's why they use me for YouTube. I do anything.
yeah.
So even the less popular artists that nobody would ever really look at would get looking.
Like me.
Yeah, because I would do anything. I was happy to do any kit. I would give a full honest review of any kit going. And I don't mean to sound big headed, but I think that's why they like me. They'll just send me any old kits that took their fancy, and I wasn't fussy. I'd be like, just send me whatever you want. I'm happy with whatever you want to send me, and they did. They really, really did. You know, but that's what
Laura
we
says
need.
she doesn't like the sound of those squishy drills. I don't think.
I know it was awful. They were. I don't know why it happened. What is the time?
It is. We've been live for 3 hours. We joked, didn't we? Because when Gemma and I were on a live ages ago now with somebody, we was talking for such a long time. We was like, okay, well, we won't go that far, didn't we?
She
We won't.
changed that. Melissa was talking for so long.
Yeah, we'll blame it on Melissa. Oh, we won't waffle for that long, will we
No,
tonight?
we
Look
won't
at
waffle for that long. I was like, I will need a wee in an hour anyway. So we've only been about an hour and a half.
we've only had an hour and you've only had one wee. I'm pretty impressed with that.
I know. And I'm quite proud of myself too. Well done, Gemma.
Pat on the back, yeah. Does anybody else have any questions? I
Yeah,
don't know how many
anyone else
people
have any
are on.
questions?
Have we still got 8 people?
I showed 6 on mine.
Oh, it doesn't show me on mine how many people are on there. I mean, I think I've covered lots of the questions. So either
Yeah, we
earlier
have
on in the
covered
video or
like the controversial side of AI, and AI is always going to be the touchy subject, isn't it?
yeah.
It's like politics, isn't it?
We won't get into that. We'll be here all night.
No, we won't bring up politics. I was just saying, and religion. We don't. Two number one rules: no politics, no religion on what do you call it, thingy.
I've tried to do some cultural pieces. I don't know if you saw, I did like this Jewish man and a woman because somebody wanted some Jewish artwork.
The one with the pitchfork thing.
No.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if you've done it.
Like the
But
farm type thing.
no, I don't think it was. No, I don't think so. It
Or
was just a
most
man
thing is
and a
like completely
woman.
different.
And I tried it and it didn't quite work out. And I thought it looked really good. And there were some comments that were saying, oh, yeah, I really like that. Now, I do like to do cultural pieces. I do like to do women of all cultures. What was the name of the ones with wings we gave our thoughts on? I haven't actually named that yet. If we wanted to name it now, we could. It's not licensed to a company at the moment. That was the one.
Shall we, Debbie, would you like it named after you? As you were here from the very beginning? How does that sound, Shez?
Called it. Who was that? Sorry, Debbie.
Debbie, she was here, the first one in the chat.
Yeah, let's name it Debbie.
That's all right, if that's all right. If Debbie likes it, so she might be pleased if you call it after her.
I was trying to find this. Can't find this other one. I was trying to find with
I think Debbie's happy with that.
Yay!
Yay, Debbie. There you go.
Oh, here we go. Is there a particular company that you use often, Debbie? Because I can always send it there. I'm just going to show this Jewish one. You see that one? Do you remember that one?
Oh, I recognise that one now. Yeah, apologies.
Yeah, and so I really like to push the boat out. I did one because I'm not sure if you know, but Jessica Monday, the one who now has Ever After diamond painting, she's in a wheelchair. And so I did actually I wanted to do something for her. So I did actually do a lady in a wheelchair.
I remember that piece. It was nice.
Yeah. And so I really like to push the boat out and try and do different cultures. I really love that piece, but the Jewish piece, but actually people from the Jewish community then educated me more, because you can only educate yourself so much on the internet with different cultures and things. And I do like international studies with the children. And so really they gave me a little education on what the male in particular symbolized, which is such a shame, because I so wanted to, try and connect with more people of different cultures, and I love learning about different cultures. So I do a bit of religion, I guess, in some of my pictures, but I always have to be super careful. And so I don't mind when I'm doing pieces like that if people are more critical of it, because then I'm learning from it, really. I haven't got any artwork licensed as a commission based earnings with Rhinestone. They did buy some of my artwork outright, but I don't have any ongoing art, new and ongoing art with Rhinestone, just purely because there's a lot of AI in there. I'm happy to send it to Pam, because she will have a few of my commission pieces. So obviously it's like 10:15 here in the evening, so I can send it to her tomorrow, and then you can contact Pam and get it. She can have the license for that piece, and I will call it Debbie, and then she can release it over at Pam Diamond Paintings. Then you can get it that way, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I will say that I still talk to Lauren from Rhinestone Goddess. I still do talk to her. So it's not like I never try and have any bad blood with any companies. I'm trying to, but it's just that. There we go. Look, yes, okay, we'll do that with Pam then.
There you go, Debbie. You can buy a piece named after you.
Oh, make sure if you are on Facebook to try and find my Facebook page, and then you can, or message me if you find me on Facebook, and then you can send me updates of it when you get it, because I do love seeing the updates of when people are doing the kits.
Well, I'll do. I will. In the description, I will go back after this, and I will put in Shez's social media info. Okay.
I shall make sure I send it to you.
Oh, I've got it already for another piece.
Oh, and my TikTok and my Instagram.
Yes, I have.
I am hoping. I'm not going to do it yet because it's a bit of a long process, but I'm hoping to do. Is it Patreon? And so what I want to do.
Yeah, I remember you said that. Yeah.
So what I want to do for like a really small subscription fee, I think it'll work out like $5 or £5 or something. Each month, put 2 pieces of artwork on Patreon, so that if you subscribe to it, you can. I'll probably do one digital drawing, one manipulation. Oh, okay, and then put those on Patreon, so people that subscribe can then use those images to go and get customs. They won't be licensed anywhere, but they get 2 free images a month to go and get as custom. If that, I don't know if that'll work. I'm hoping it will. And then the other thing I wanted to do was, I'm not very confident at all, though I may seem that way. I wanted to make videos and showcase some of my artwork. To wonder what you're doing then.
I've got a cat
Okay.
latched onto my hand. He's been a little bugger.
Oh, I wanted to showcase some of my artwork and then talk about the reasonings behind it. So that would be
This
on
is this
Patreon as
is
well.
human abuse, cat. Don't do this
Do
to
you like,
you.
Amy? Do you like the idea of the 2 free images? I mean, obviously, I won't charge that much for the subscription. I'm not greedy. I've just got to work it out, really. But as I say, none of those pieces will be licensed anywhere else that I put on Patreon. And I think if you went with, I know there's lots of custom companies on AliExpress, isn't there?
Don't
So
be a bugger.
if you went on there, then you could get them done much cheaper because there's not. Yeah, you could get them done a lot cheaper, couldn't you, that way? Or I know that if you're from the UK, Magpie is very reasonable with their prices, aren't they? They're a lot lower than anywhere else.
Kerry does
So
really, really keep her prices down. She
yeah,
doesn't
even
put
with the
on a lot of money.
customs, yeah. So I think if you're in the UK, you could use Magpie, and
She's
then
definitely the cheapest actual company that I know of
yeah, definitely,
in the
yeah,
UK.
yeah. And so yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll do 2 images a month, and then the stories behind some of my mental health pieces. So I was going to do it on TikTok, but I thought no, I'm going to save that for Patreon. So that is my idea anyway.
Right.
I might have 2 subscribers, but it'll be something.
Excuse me a second, little bugger. He's going to electrocute himself.
Oh no.
Get off your dad's charger lead. Thank you.
At least my kids are in bed.
Oh,
Well, one of them is
my
anyway.
kid is just waking up. That's why I work nights. He was all nice and quiet over there earlier, and now he's up. Like literally, he's just tore
Oh no.
shreds into my hands. He's a wild one, though.
Is that the one that you found in your shed?
Yeah, we
Oh,
tried. We found. We looked everywhere. We did the paper collar. We checked him for chip and everything. We was letting him out every day for over 2 months and everything. Posting him everywhere. No one came forward.
oh. Well, probably because they
So
knew that he was a little rat
it
bag. That's
mostly kicked
probably
him out because
why.
he was either a rat bag or he was born feral.
Oh, probably born feral.
Yeah, but my other feral girl was nothing like this. So, yes, cats can be evil. I'm actually on a page on Facebook called "My Cat is an A-hole," and it is true. They can be. I swear he's going to eat my face one day during the night, or during
I
the
wonder
day in
if
my
there's
case.
I wonder if there's a Facebook page saying your kids are holes, because I'd need
I'll
that
bet
sort of
there is. Deep
6-year-old drives
down.
me to tears.
Got
Terrible.
enough kids though. They are honestly. That's why I'm. Don't get me wrong. I would have loved to have kids and everything, but I'm glad I'm the auntie now and I can hand them back. You know, apart from obviously the cats, but
See, Amy knows what they're all
Amy
about.
agrees. Yeah, I have two others. Amy Viscas, who was feral, 4 weeks old when I found her in the car park at work, riddled in fleas and ticks, and Samoa. I got her from a rescue at 15 who's epileptic. So
Oh,
I'm not afraid of like hard work with cats. But this one, he is trouble. Here he is again. I know you don't want to be picked up. I know. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
do you know I go round friends' houses, or when I've gone round friends' houses, I say, "Oh, my cat's not people cats." They'll just if they see like new people, they'll just scurry away. That never happens to me. They always come near me.
Oh,
They
I
know I
went
don't
round
like
my. Right, you can go down, thank you. I went round with our friends on last Easter on Easter Monday, and they've got Maine Coons.
them. Oh, okay.
And they're massive. And I was like, oh my God, they're so big. And they all came out and everything to say hello.
Oh, I do not like cats. I would not be a good Egyptian because I love the cats.
I do.
Yeah, I don't like this.
He's just looking at me saying, what's she doing?
I'll tell you what, as a non-pet owner, because I don't have pets because the children are feral enough, what I don't like is when I go out in my back garden at the
Cat
start of
poo.
when it gets yes, it's everywhere. I don't like a
Right.
cat. I don't want an
I'll tell
animal. I
you
don't
how
want
to
to
stop
poo
it.
everywhere.
Get your other half to pee in the garden.
What? Yeah, but then it'll smell
Not,
of that.
I'm not. No, it won't.
Well, all over the garden or just
Just get him to pee in a couple of spots in the garden. I've been told the male pee works wonders.
really? I've got 3 boys and my partner.
Or get some lion poo from the zoo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but won't that smell? We haven't got a zoo near us with lions. What
Yeah.
about foxes? We get a lot of fox poo as well.
Oh, I hate fox poo.
Get
It
those because we've got like a railway
stinks.
near us. Yeah, that's horrible. I
So
just
I've got
think,
hedgehogs living in my
oh,
shed.
you feed them.
My neighbour does.
Oh, okay.
That's what attracted this one as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've helped many of the cats have lost their way around here. Yeah, what was it last year? Was it we had uh, not a proper Maine Coon, but it was just like a smaller one. And I was like, that cat does not look like it should be like living rough, you know. It should be that should definitely not be like a homeless cat. So I posted this cat on my Facebook, on not my Facebook, on the Miss Local Mr. Cat page. Within
Yeah.
2 minutes, this owner come forward, said it's their cat, had been missing since November.
Wow.
I know. Couldn't believe it. Within 2 minutes, she just said literally, I sat on the loo, opened up Facebook, and there was the picture of him. It was meant to be. So yeah, it's weird. Like, but
Wow.
she has reunited plenty of cats that way though with
Oh,
family
okay.
because she feeds the hedgehogs and that.
Yeah.
But we also get foxes in the garden the whole time as well.
Same as
Big,
me.
big fox, beautiful fox. So
Right. I think I'm going to have to log off if
yeah,
that's.
me
I just
too. I
saw my
apologise
child
everybody for
crying.
this taking way too long.
That's right. We had a nice chat, didn't we?
Yes, it was so fun, and we'll definitely have to do it again. And we'll make sure we write down a list of topics and not just randomly talk.
We'll try and get some more people on, like either Crashly or
Yes, definitely. Kerry.
Kerry. Oh, look at us. Great minds think alike.
And anybody else that like any other companies, any other YouTube channels that want to come on. I'm more than happy to have no, other channels and all that, you know. They want to come in and take part. I'm more than happy just to oh, thank you, Debbie. Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
Um, you know, I'm more than happy to have anybody come in that wants to talk and just chat and have fun and chill and you know. So yeah, which you're the mother and other artists as well if you want shares. You know, some of
Thank
these
you.
small artists that have never been discovered. If you have an artist friends that are trying to get discovered, more than welcome to join us,
Oh, thank you.
didn't they?
What I'd like to know is if Amy and Debbie listened for this whole 3 hours and 20 minutes. That would be
Debbie was here
crazy.
right at the beginning.
Hardcore YouTuber
Yeah.
listening.
Debbie was here at the very, very beginning.
Thank you for watching all of it while we had the little natter.
And then, yeah, Debbie was the first one here. Then Kerry. Amy came in, I think around when Ashley advertised, I
Oh, okay.
think. Yeah. But Amy's been here for a good while.
Well, I'm glad we didn't send them to sleep with our
Sleep, honestly, oh, I
nonsense.
thought it was going to be, people would be really bored and we would literally be talking to each other for an hour.
Practically, that's what we've done. Just talk to each other
Yeah,
for 3.5 hours now.
yeah,
Need another cup of tea
definitely.
now
Oh, me too. Need a cup of tea.
and a wee.
Yeah, and a wee wee. 'Cause I'm quite proud of myself. I only had to go once. Normally, I have to go at least twice during live streams.
So funny, so
I
funny.
think this is the longest one I've ever done as well. So thank you everyone so much, everybody, for watching.
Thank you for
Please
having
give that video a big thumbs up. It really does help, you know. And I apologize again for not posting very often, and I'm putting on my big girl panties, getting the videos edited and getting them
me. Yay!
done. All right. Okay. Thank you ever so much. And as always, thank you ever so much to the wonderful Cheryl Carpenter, the magic of time,
Thank
for
you,
wanting to
Laura.
do a live with me because, like, I always find I run out of things to talk about when I do on my own. So we definitely did in this time and everything. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone, and I shall see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.